Warning! The following episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind contains explicit language and adult content. The thoughts and opinions stated on this show are reflective of AZ Orsini, Deceive Dave, and their guests exclusively. Seriously, guys, my dada and uncle say some pretty crazy stuff. If it offends you, go be butthurt somewhere else.
Welcome to Orsini's Uncensored Minds, and now your host, AJ Orsini with Dave.
Hello, everybody out there. It's the boy, AJ Orsini here. Surprise! It's the 8th anniversary of OUM. I want you like the Kermit the Frog. Yay! Yes. Absolutely 8 years of OUM. We are here to celebrate 8 years of Orsini's Uncensored Mind, the podcast. Oh, but what it was a day 8 years ago on October 11th, 2017. This Saturday technically would be the anniversary, but we ain't waiting until Saturday. We grown. We got shit to do. And I am not alone by the grace of the goodness. Don't let the question mark fool you. My right-hand man, the guy who absolutely forgot that he became a podcast co-host 5 years ago. It just dawned on him last week that it's been 5 years. Of course, I'm talking about the master of deception himself, Deceive Dave. He's here. He's in the brand new hizzy. You can't see it because it's blurred for copyright, but you kind of get the layout.
Yeah, you can see pretty much all of it. This blur ain't strong.
The blur ain't strong, but the power of this show is strong. You didn't even realize you've been on a podcast now for 5 years. It didn't even dawn on you that it had been this long, but you've been a fabulous contributor to the show. As a matter of fact, when you don't come, it gets weird. It gets awkward in here.
Fucking pause. God
it
damn.
gets weird in here when you're not here because
verbiage, phrasing.
I did 2 years by myself talking into the fucking wind, and now that I've gotten accustomed to having a body across from me, I don't like no powder toast man. No sir, I don't like it.
No,
I don't like it very much when it's not here. But this is a live show, and when we do a live show, it's never just me and Dave. We always got buddies. Now, here's the deal. It's the anniversary show, okay? I didn't waste a whole lot of time with the shenanigans. I called in the A team. I called it. We have to get a logo done. The Dependables. I noticed when I was reviewing some of the old footage, we had referred to ourselves as that a few times. This is going to be a thing now. The Dependables, and just as dependable as there is the sun in the sky during a bright summer day, the founder voice of 2bscene.com, that is the number 2BESCENE, Mr. Murder is Bad himself, the great, the indistinguishable Joe Pombo is in
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to see y'all.
I'm never late, baby.
Oh my God, look at those bifocals.
Age caught up with me real quick. It hit me. Life just said, "Hey, I'm gonna push you hard this year." Oh, you know what? I'm not done the next year. That's what happened, and it said, "Okay, we're gonna make you blinder." And we're gonna put some glasses. Glasses brought to you by Captain's Quadrant. That's
Hey, listen, don't plug them if you don't want to hear it twice. That's what I'm saying.
There will be many moments throughout the show where you're gonna hear just randomly Joe go, "Huh? What did you say?"
That's this year. So luckily this one's still good.
That is the year there. Also joining us today is a man who needs no introduction anywhere in the civilized podcasting world. The man is He's exactly. He's a man of many, many, many talents. A man of many, many skills. This man served our country. This man is one of the most entertaining and charismatic man on camera. He's got his own podcast. He's got his own everything. And now we can officially say here live on the podcast, he is an Emmy-winning writer.
Woo!
On the writing team for the Stephen Colbert Show, which has got enough to worry about as it is, so we won't go any further than that. But of course, we're talking about Stephen James, who's in the hizzy. He's here. Salute to you, my friend.
Hey,
You,
the
absolutely.
Emmy award-winning production coordinator. I just want to make sure we clear that up for legal reasons. I don't need the all-seeing eye to come get me. Also, you can call us the Dependables, but in that graphic, I better not be wearing a diaper.
I was thinking about diaper when I was like, yeah, you can always depend
I
on
was gonna
me.
make the diaper joke, but I let it go.
Yeah, me too.
Five
I know the
years
plug.
in. 5 years in, you're
Yeah.
like, we'll leave the diaper jokes
I
to
was like,
the
I'm
guests.
sure I got something else up my sleeve later.
I enjoy getting
That
new
way you
voices.
keep it.
I enjoy getting new voices on the show. I enjoy getting new opinions. I enjoy the back and forth. As a matter of fact, when I was researching for one of our segments today on some of the older episodes, I noticed in my face that I always seem to have more fun when it's this forward. so now we're here for the 8th anniversary. We're here
8 years, man.
8 years.
Wow.
8 years.
Congrats, that's an incredible accomplishment.
One
I'm
of
very
the
proud of you.
one of the most one of the most wonderful parts about my show, and I don't think people picked up on it until I think I mentioned it last week, and then all of a sudden people started picking up on it. You can hear throughout the course of the show, from the first year all the way up until now, you can hear through audio my son grow up throughout
Yeah.
the course of the podcast.
That's
Because
very true.
we had got him when he was like 2 or 3 years old at the beginning of it. When you could hear in the audio that I'm like helping him through the verbiage, and it's like now, and then he says it. And now the opening of this show is basically telling all my fans to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I love
now,
it.
now his rate went up. Now he's SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah.
So
Fine, Dad, I'll do it, but don't forget.
Dad, you're gonna have to talk to my agent. That's an
Yeah.
over 10.
It's more than toys these days, man.
So we have quite the show planned here. So the way that I formatted this live show today, normally with the live shows, we're kind of free flowing. I go from topic to topic, but this time I noticed that me and Dave have gotten kind of in a rhythm with our normal show, with our cutaways and our segues and keeping things kind of blocked in. It's also made it a hell of a lot easier to edit and post when I know exactly where these markers are.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep the vibe going. Matter of fact, I've stolen some of Joe's ideas with this one. I took his advice. I took his advice from. I did his 1 week later show, which I'm quickly becoming a almost
a regular there. Yeah.
Whenever it comes to Marvel, he calls me.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Marvel movie. Let me call.
It comes out next week.
Yeah,
No. Like, the trick is we let the dust settle after a movie's released, and we talk about it 1 week later.
Yeah, they literally wait like 1 week from the release date to have to sit down and talk about it. And he's done a masterful job with that program, as well as all the other programs with Captain's Quadrant and so many more over at tobeseen.com. I'm plugging for you this time.
Thank you. Look at that. I didn't have to.
And he
I
doesn't
was gonna bring up my QR code, but never mind.
Save the QR code for the finish, big guy. Don't
that's
don't blow your load too soon. Hold on now.
Yeah, don't blow everything. Right?
There's many loads where that came from.
He's been kind of once again showing me the ropes here, kind of breaking me into all the different things that I've only barely been using StreamYard merely as a streaming tool. I haven't actually unleashed all.
Oh my God, the AI.
all of its privileges. Like for instance, Dave hears these cutaways all the time, except for the fact that Dave's never heard these cutaways because they're brand new. We're debuting them on the show right here for the first time. As a matter of fact,
that's
what are we talking about on the show?
Hey, what's going to be on the show today?
Let's
Very
talk
nice.
about what's
That boy-
going to
that
be
boy
on
been
the show
working.
today. Let's
That boy
see.
been working.
Yeah, he's
That
like
boy
8
been
years. I gotta
working.
make this. I gotta put it in.
Although I will say I don't like the disrespect. Don't auto mute me. Don't auto mute me during the video. I don't like that.
I knew
If I
somebody
wanna-
was gonna
If
say
I
it.
want to talk shit while it's going on, God damn it, don't
I've-
stop me from doing it. Don't
I've
take
caught
away my
my-
privilege.
I've been cut off twice by Joe when he's hitting that button. So I know the pain. Trust me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Only
quick-
twice?
Only twice. Only twice. Only twice.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
Well,
gentleman.
I'm not usually. It's usually not just me and Joe. It's usually me, Joe,
Yeah.
and Bill.
Stop.
Right? Bill's
Yeah,
over
Bill.
here,
Yeah,
does
Bill.
the-
Yeah, his
I
real
don't
name's
want to it's not my show. I don't want to Bogard. So we, I don't talk as often. If you want the full AJ experience, you got to come to this show.
Yeah.
But we're talking many different things from many different areas. We're starting off our conversations here today with Crown Jewel. It happens this Saturday here in Eastern time zone. It takes place at 8 in the morning. So I'll be watching it at my own time later in the day. And but it will be happening in Australia. The Crown Jewel paper PLE will be taking place this
Still hard to
weekend.
get used
We're
to.
going to go through the
Mhm.
matches, give you our take and opinions on what's going to happen this weekend. NXT versus TNA actually will be taking place. Actually, it should be underway right now as we speak. So
It
maybe
just finished. No,
imagine they just wrapped it up.
it's over.
So this show was actually a wonderful idea. However, I felt this show far too late. This show should have happened during its prime at some point in time. It did not. And we're here to tell you when that prime should have been. I think we all have our own little opinions on when that's going to take place. You'll hear about that later. We're also talking streaming platforms. We're going to be talking about the streaming platforms because out of everything that's been going on the last few weeks with WWE and ESPN, ESPN is not the only issue in the bundle. We have got a litany of issues to be talking about with that. It's becoming a dog-eat-dog world. They're all monopolizing over each other, plus we're all footing the bill for this battle. So we'll get more into that later on. And of course,
I warned everybody about that. Just want to get that.
our 507
years ago.
our main event, of course, will be 8 years of OUM. We're going to be talking about Orsini's Uncensored Mind and some of the big moments that have happened over the 8 years. And every single one of us, including me, will get an opportunity to either stand on business or waffle and renege on what was said on a previous episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind. All four of us at some point in time, we've all said many hot takes, but I've picked one for each individual, and we will all have our opportunities to face the music, go down with the guillotine, or use a little 20/20 hindsight, little wisdom. Maybe that wasn't the right way to go. We'll find out in our main event. So we are now going to get right into our first segment.
Dave, it's time to start the show. Let's begin with segment 1.
In our first segment, we're going to be talking about WWE's Crown Jewel. It happens in Australia this Saturday. They did list 4 matches when I started coming up with this whole idea for the show. We now have a 5th. And I'd like to start with our 5th because I think the 5th one starts and puts us in a conundrum. We're talking Crown Jewel, and we're talking Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed one-on-one, the rematch that took place at the previous PLE, and it's going to be in Australia. The roles just might be reversed, as Big Bronson Reed is an Australian native, and he'll be taking on the tribal chief. Now, Steve, what does this say about this match that it was added mere 3 days before the actual show itself?
That Roman Reigns is a limited time engagement, and it needed about as much build as what we'll talk about later, John Cena versus AJ Styles, or what?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that this is a good match to give him that Bronson Reed that moment. It's a moment for Bronson Reed to have something in front of his hometown crowd, and hopefully they can find a way to give him the dub, although I think
it's
it's
hard.
going to be ones up. At least now it's based in something more than I stole your shoes, which was cool for a little bit, and I really liked it. But they transitioned into something a little bit more serious. They put him out on the stretcher. They made it a little bit more physical, more serious. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. And it's a street fight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Australian street fight.
Oh, which means
There's gonna
What,
be
you hit him with a wallaby?
no. There's gonna be
and
kangaroos and drop bears coming out of
Okay.
nowhere.
on the outside of the ring.
Chlamydia at the end.
Koala's riddled with chlamydia.
Yeah, everybody's getting chlamydia. Congratulations,
Everyone gets chlamydia.
everybody.
Can't get it twice.
He'll beat him with an old fashioned. There's a dingo in my baby. A dingo
There
ate my baby.
There's a dingo.
Dingo in my baby.
In my baby.
Whoa.
Wow,
I'm not going to disclose what's
that's
in
the Epstein files right there.
That's for the 10-year anniversary. You need to go back to that clip.
Yeah,
WWE
there we go.
saves that one for the Patreon. So, yeah. So, Dave, just last week we were very recently we were talking about Bronson Reed in particular. You were actually kind of big on Bronson Reed. You were saying that this team, this vision thing, has really been working out for Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker, people kind of already assumed it'd be something for him. Like, he already had high expectations. But your opinion not too long ago was that this was really working out for him. It's bringing something else out in Bronson Reed. Do you see that translating this Saturday? We're going to see another notch, another level in Bronson Reed.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously committed. I feel like they're committed to him the most out of the two right now. I mean, giving him the one-on-one shot with Roman.
Yeah.
Like, I actually was watching I was watching this live, and I'm like, man, it's kind of crazy how they're really just seeming like they're leaning into one side of this vision right now, with just putting him right with Roman, and it's working. I like what they're doing. I think they have a lot of story to tell, and this could be a huge boost for him if this goes well. I think the first one went well. Remember, we said it went a little long, so if they can, they can kind of make that little bit of adjustment, I think would be golden. But if they run that back again, Roman going over, so that we can tie it and we can continue this, because I think it's going to keep working for him. But yeah, this looks good for him, man, and he looks great. I actually I've been watching him and enjoying it. So he's taking advantage of the situation.
Gotta go with the flow. They're giving you the opportunity. Kill it, Joe.
Yo,
You know who else? You know who's not on the card? Braun
Me?
Breaker. Yeah, you. Also you. All of us. Braun Breaker is not on the card.
Yeah.
Neither are the Usos.
Yeah.
So
they're going to get involved.
I was going to say, despite street fight rules here, do you predict some shenanigans?
Oh yeah, there's going to be. I think we're going to get a surprise. We've been getting teased, a little taste. They've been like, "You want this? You want to try this out?" No, take it back. You want no. Of heel Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy or
Jay Uso.
Jay,
Jay, yeah, the twins.
You know how hard they try to not be twins anymore? You just
I just keep doing it. I just get
One's
sorry.
main event. It's in the name.
Yeah.
You gotta put him there.
The other one's just Big Jim.
Yes.
Yeah, Big Jim. Yeah. So I think we're gonna get that big J switch. Gonna mess with
I hope not. That's a bad move.
I think it is a bad move because he has the audience in his grasp. So
are they
Can't
capable of
charisma like that?
I was gonna say, are they able to give him an edge without fully turning? Like, is that possible?
I think anything that's seen as him going against Roman will initially be seen as a heel move because like there's levels to this shit, as they say. Jay is here right now. Roman is still up here.
He's still
heel babyface. It doesn't matter. The moment that perception is that he's anti-Roman in some way, unless they're gonna have to take weeks to follow that up. Initially, he's gonna be booed out the building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
Picks. I think Steve are you already predicting the ones will be up there? Dave, everyone's picking Roman Reigns in Australia.
It's just smart. If this one goes well, there's no reason to kill it here. Keep it going.
Where in Australia is it? I forget.
Perth.
It's Perth. So
yeah.
Bronson Reed's from Adelaide. It'll be fine.
It's not really.
I'll tell that to Rhea later on. So
oh yeah,
matter.
They're gonna react.
The only
way
I could see Bronson win is it's a street fight, so you have a little space for shenanigans. One, if they do go with the J further turning there, even if it's a slow thing, I could see him costing him the match, trying to help, or maybe adding Jim into it, Big Jim actually doing it would cause a little bit more of a wrinkle there, because he's kind of, Roman's kind of telling him, like, why are you against Jay being more like me? So that would add a little bit more of a wrinkle. You save the Jay turn a little bit longer. You give Jimmy something to do between him and Roman, so where they're both kind of fighting over Jay again, going back to what they did at the start of the pandemic with them. So I think that that's a better move, and that's the only way I can see Bronson winning.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna. As far as my pick goes, I have a heart. I feel in my bones there'll be some chicanery.
Yeah, it's the only way.
If they want this to continue, Bronson has to go over on this. You can't go 2-0 on Bronson and then Bronson comes out on Raw. Well, I'm not through with you yet. No, I think you're finished, bro. You've been cooked twice. I don't think
I'm finished, and I want my money for my kicks back.
Get you a Job Squad T-shirt.
Yeah. And then to do it in your home country. My goodness. I don't think they put this in the position. I don't think they put him, if they're genuinely trying to build him, I don't know if they're going to put him in that position to, even if it is Roman Reigns, to lose in your home country like that you very rarely ever get to Australia. And that might be the one place he actually is already over it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's, I don't know. I might be the eyeball out. Who knows? I don't know much about this industry. So we'll see. But we have another, there aren't many multiple man matches. They're all pretty much singles matches, except for this next match we're going to talk about. 3 Japanese women and an Aussie. We're talking tag team match here. We're talking Rhea Ripley and Io Sky against the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. And let me tell you something.
The Smurfs.
I am here for the drama. I love this goofy shit. This has to be Steve, there's an Emmy on your show. You know what it's supposed to look like.
This is drama.
It. But this is so good. This is so good. I don't understand half of what's being said. It's like Bad Bunny.
Yeah, it's just
like.
But you understood that slap.
I don't know.
Yeah, that you got. Yeah.
I also understood that blue bath. That was the worst.
That blue bath was awesome.
That mist was incredible. I've
Smurf
never
both
seen
of them.
Just
they got
covered in it, and then they had to stick it in the back to do more filming. Don't wash it off yet.
Yeah,
it's in my eye.
You treated her like an Easter egg.
Right.
Dropped ball or not, Joe? Let me ask you this.
Absolutely not.
No. Was this a drop? Was this an opportunity here? Because when me and Dave we did a preview just like this for Clash in Paris, when Stephanie and Io were going for the title. And I think for the most part, we were all kind of on board. I was anyway, of Stephanie winning the title. I think, Dave, you said that it wasn't the right time yet. Not that you were against her being champion, but that at that moment, it didn't seem right. And then I folded on my opinion because I had realized that the next pay-per-view, this one we're talking about right now, was on Australia. I thought to myself, I think Io wins now because Io, Rhea, Australia, here it is, the big moment. Rhea finally gets the win. They didn't do that. They put the belt on Stephanie, and Rhea and Io are a tag team now going into Australia. Joe, good move, bad move, same team?
It's a good move. You got to evolve things. You can't just have the same people over and over again with the same result. You got to really mold and shift the way of tide in order to keep the globe spinning the proper way it's meant to spin. So I think this is a fantastic opportunity. Yeah.
Remember, it's The Simpsons. It's counterclockwise.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The water is going to go the other way. But yeah, no, I think it's a great move. I am going to be here for the entrances. That's going to be amazing for those two. Yeah, it's going to be epic.
Banger.
My wife thinks I have Tourette's. I keep singing that song all the time. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that it's an incredible opportunity. The people of Perth are going to be in for probably some surprises. I mentioned the hometown movie.
The great people of Perth.
The great people of Perth are going to be in for some hometown surprises, and I think it's going to be an epic match. The Empress of Tomorrow was the Queen Bee for the WWE Women's Wrestling, while Becky Lynch had Baby. So I think it's a good time for a pass the baton to Io, and the only way to do that is to have some big calamity in fruition. So I'm really excited for it. It's going to be dope, and I can't wait to see how tiny Rhea Ripley's shorts are going to be. That's going to be another thing. That's going to be. Thank you.
Bless that fabric.
Bless that fabric.
You know who I thank the most? Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy.
Thank you for allowing.
Yeah, because he could have been like, "Hey, can you put pants on?"
I'm telling you,
Buddy Murphy was like, "Nah."
Had an insecure bone in his body, and why would he?
I love that dude.
The man is chiseled out of granite and got one of the baddest bitches in the game. There's nothing to be insecure about. She's coming home to dad. She's coming home to dad.
Yeah.
Dave, we have a rare opportunity here. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, are doing the whole storyline where Asuka's being overbearing. Kairi, I saw that. Kairi! And then she leaves the camera. The comedy aspect, right? The whole thing that we were saying before, me and you, Dave, on previous episodes when it comes to the women's division and to a lot of the men when it comes to like the more of the Mexican wrestlers or the promo, right? One of the issues is the promo. There's always an issue with the promo. Is this hidden with people? Because I'm starting to see people kind of getting behind this. It's like, I don't understand half of what she's saying, but I kind of get the vibe of what she's trying to say. Are you feeling this?
It feels like real life anime, man. I love this I love what Asuka is doing, man. This shit is so good. Like I told you, my biggest thing with all three of them really is the microphone work. And it's not necessarily because they don't know how to talk. It's just kind of tough to do it when you're learning a language while you're working in front of millions of people. So it's tough. They've gotten better, but I love that they're like, especially Asuka's kind of like weaving in both languages at the same time. And and her afflictions are so fucking good, man. This is pure anime. What she's doing, and between the two of them, that fucking slap, the way she sold it and everything, bro, this is live action anime. We're watching it, people are loving it. I think this is fucking fantastic. Io looks great in this. The talking is still kind of rough for me, but again, the whole thing is just good. This is great. So on paper, because I like what you asked Joe, on paper, to answer your question for him, because I was excited for that question, this is bad. When you asked, it was just a move about the belt, but I think it's kind of like working out to the point where now if I had the option, this is a way better move. I love when you have opportunity to drive wrestlers with no belts involved. So when you're able to do that and tell a story with no title involved, this is what that's doing, and I think it's great, especially going into her hometown and stuff like that. This is good. I like this a lot.
Perfect answer, because it segues me to Steve, because I have a question that piggybacks off of that. Rhea Ripley, inarguably the most over woman on the roster. However, is she bigger than the title at this point? Does she need that title at some point?
I love you so much because I just wrote in my notes, Jake the Snake.
Much
like Jake the Snake, she is over to the point now where she doesn't necessarily need the title. Right now, we are getting a first-time matchup at a high level with Stephanie Vicaire and Tiffany Stratton. We're getting to see more development of the division as a whole that has nothing to do with the bigger stars. Bayley is off over here. You know, Becky's off over here with Maxine. They're all doing different things away from the title, which is letting newer faces kind of rise to the top. I think that she does not need the title. For now, you save her for a little bit. This is still a feel-good moment for her, because I would bet an organ right now that Kairi Sane, who has been the MVP of this, unsung with her, the way that she's been able to get sort of the sympathy and react off of that like fearfulness, but still playing the softness with Io. Maybe she'd get a daytime Emmy, like General Hospital, not a primetime Emmy. Daytime Emmy.
That one's claimed already. Yeah,
I would bet an organ that she's gonna eat that pin, but she's been fantastic in this. I think this is actually the best outcome for all four women at this show right now.
Can I throw an idea out there and let you guys eat on this and see where you guys are and pick your brains with this? Is the women? This might be a hot take. I'm not saying that I agree. I'm asking a question. Right now, based on everything you just said about all these different seeds that have been planted, is the women's division right now a little hotter than the mid card for the men right now?
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I wouldn't compare them to the main event just yet. I don't think it's a fair comparison just yet because a lot of the old heads are up there still doing their thing. But as far as right underneath that main event scene, that mid card right there, is anybody really cooking or as hot as what the women are doing right now in their division?
No. I don't think that that's a crazy hot take to say. I
No.
think if you look consistently over certain pay-per-views recently, the best matches on the cards have been the women's matches too. They've been consistently very good. They might not necessarily have had the best story going into it, like WrestlePalooza didn't exactly have the best story going into it.
Or title.
But there you go. So they've elevated to the point where they can peek into the most important thing on the show and then back down to the upper mid card. Most important thing on the show, we have not. Who else is breaking that, to your point, that quote unquote glass ceiling for the men in the mid card? Like, who's up next? You can't tell who's up next.
Right.
There's no path.
No. I just feel like throughout the course of this year, we've been saying we've been very subtle with how we've been praising in comparison to the other side, right? So if you go back to WrestleMania, we were like, wow, what a triple threat main event. And then night 2, we started with a triple threat with the women, and then we're like, all right, hold my beer, watch this. And then we get to Summer. I mean, there's a lot of in between. I'm just trying to hit the major points. SummerSlam, we get the same deal. Or it's just like, oh man, I would really like to see this be a one-on-one match. I was one of those people. I'd love to see it be a one-on-one match. Oh no, we're gonna give you a triple threat. Well, okay, I'm not as hyped as I was before. Then you watch it, and what the fuck? I did it again. It's okay, and then you get we did at some point this year get Rhea and Io one-on-one, and it was 5 stars. It was across the Evolution pay-per-view once again delivers. So like throughout the course of the year, every time the guys do something, the women go, all right, watch this. We go do something too. So I don't know. I'm really high on the whole division right now as a whole. I still I know we have 2 separate brands, but for whatever reason in my head, I still have the women's division under like this one umbrella.
Because it's so nebulous. It is. And it doesn't really it doesn't help because now I'm about to go into that match next, as a matter of fact. We have women's champion versus women's champion. The Raw Women's World Champion Stephanie McMahon against the SmackDown's WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. She's still champion, and if I'm Tiffany Stratton, I am on my knees thanking the good Lord for after almost 300 days of being champion, finally having a fucking opponent.
Oh, that's why she's still champion.
That I could fucking get in there.
Yeah.
And not have to call this match and not have to stress and not have to fucking over deliver and not have to I just want to have a nice straight up wrestling match with a fucking human being without having to worry about whether or not I'm going to die or break a fucking leg or something like that.
She's get a botch shape of her life to carry all of them.
Every single week, it feels like Tiffany's fighting for her goddamn. She's R. Kelly. I'm fighting for my life out here. every fucking episode of SmackDown. That's why if you watch Tiffany from March or February when she had the title originally to now, you could slowly see her become Shawn Michaels, losing her smile as she comes along.
Oh, wow!
And Jack too.
Yeah, she's pretty buff, man.
She's taking it out on those weights. She's fucking cool as fuck.
Oh, maybe she has to do all those weights because of the people that she's fighting.
Listen,
gotta look the part, man. Because I mean, if you came to me and said, "Yeah, Hulk Hogan's gonna fight Rey Mysterio," you know what I mean? I'm not gonna need you to look at.
Yeah, but Hulk Hogan's not trying to murder Rey Mysterio. Nia Jax is trying to murder motherfuckers.
Also, both of them can work.
It's just a side effect,
It's a side effect. That's listen. It happens.
It's like when you take Tylenol, you might have a. Never mind.
Way too often. Dave will tell you. Oh,
yeah. There's a delay.
Oh my god. Look, Dave will tell you. For a short while there, I was actually a defender of Nia because at that size. Because at that size, I kind of my wrestler's brain took over and kept saying it kind of comes with the territory, right? we would hear stories from Vader about Vader. We would hear stories
Yeah.
about Andre. We would hear stories, Big John
About
Studd,
Warrior. Yeah.
Warrior, right? Whenever you have those oafs, the really big ones,
Mhm.
they can work as great as they're going to work. But Big Show, right? At that size, you can't just work like a regular dude. You have to work with restraints. You have to, literally everything you do has to be pulled back so that you don't murder someone. If you don't have the experience and the training to do that, which she didn't have when she came to the WWE, it's very, very difficult. And when you're lifting a 250-pound man with no care, okay, you can get away with shit. She's picking up 110, 80-pound women and just, just
Yeah.
and just blah. So listen, Tiffany has to be just excited as fuck to be able to get in there with a wrestler. Now, Steve, after this match, if this one hits the ground, there's really what excuse
No
can
one
you
to blame.
possibly have? Because when you had the Charlottes and you had the Baileys and
There
stuff,
will be. There will be, by the way. There
you-
will be excuses.
do you think she'll make them, or do you think somebody will make them for her?
No, people will. They love her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
When
they
she
love
was in there with the ring generals and it was hitting the ground, it was miscommunication. It was the chemistry's just not there. When she was asked to carry, then it was, well, Nia doesn't really know, and then this person Jade's still working on it, yada yada yada. This one, Stephanie can get in there with Joe and have a 5-star.
Hey, Joe. Good. Hey, man.
Joe's
a
not
win.
leaving.
You can do it.
I'm not. Wait, it's over? No, it's not. Come back.
How many times can you hit that devil's kiss? Do you want to be there?
Yeah.
4? Screw
Have you ever-
psychology.
Do they have the word spam in Chile? Can you spam the move over and over?
A
and over?
spammer. A
There-
spammer.
Unless, to your point, unless they readjust the way that the rosters are right now, because to your point, it is a little worker heavy on the Raw side when it
Yeah,
comes
it's a little
to
thin on SmackDown right now.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think also her being a babyface doesn't help her. It's just it's not a good fit. I think after this, if it doesn't work out, they gotta turn her. That something's gotta happen to let her go away for a little bit. But if this one shits the bed, she's got no one to blame but herself. But I don't think it will. Because she'll get to be a heel in this match. She'll be the heel going into this match.
Yeah, she will.
So it'll be more comfortable. She'll have more tools at her disposal that she's kind of used to using. I like the fact that it's a fresh matchup. I want to see this. Vaquer is over. She's on fire. She should win this match because based on who Tiffany's already beat, she doesn't need the rub. She doesn't need this. She could lose this and be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Dave, you think the writing's on the wall. You think there's going to be excuses made. You're not so high on this match, are you?
I think Tiffany should win this.
Oh, really?
I think she has to win this.
Oh,
She's been champion way too
I wish
long.
I had that drop.
She's been
Yeah.
champion way too long, and I don't know if anyone else is. I know I have been a big critic of her.
Yeah.
If she doesn't win this, and Stephanie just won this belt, I don't know what that says for Tiffany.
Crisis of confidence. I'd love it.
That's not good at all. Now that could be a way to turn her for sure. So you can make something out of it. But I think it really comes down to this needs to be her best match of
Yeah,
We agree on that.
this needs
For
to be
sure.
her best match. We can't have botches. We need good communication. We need to feel the chemistry. Like this match needs to be fire. And at the end of the day, I think Stephanie walks out of this, win or lose, she's gonna look fantastic. This is gonna do so much for Stephanie regardless. Tiffany needs this to look clean. Tiffany needs this to execute good, and she needs the win to help her personally. Because, like you said, if this doesn't go well, it's just looks at this point. To be honest with you,
David said Tiffany has to win. Hot take. Hey,
He found it.
That man wasn't listening to the last 20 seconds of what you said. He's like,
I did. I have ADHD. I heard every word.
Oh, you got that superpower?
I got that too. Oh,
Extra
And for the-
strength
and
time.
for the record,
unmedicated.
I actually agree because of what I just said to set this whole part up about having to go through the rigmarole of just You either can't do it when you're led, you can't do it when you lead. We have to get you into a situation where all the dominoes fall together. This is the perfect opponent for that to happen. I could see Stephanie actually going over because of the current push, but if you're talking about rehabilitating any doubts at all whatsoever, I wouldn't have agreed so hard with him about Tiffany winning had that triple threat on SmackDown not just happened. Because that was a cluster fuck across the board. The fact that 2 out of 3 of them didn't die by the end of this fucking match is a fucking miracle. So we need to wash all that out of their mouth. We need to get all that out and see if we can get ourselves a giant win here. I don't know how you capitalize on that. Okay, she beats Stephanie, goes back to SmackDown and does what moving forward? Who knows? But I could see it going that way too, where it's just like, all right, she gets the win. So we have I think Steve, I think you were talking into the wind about this one. I guess the 17 never seen last real world champion.
Fuck that one up. You're so disrespectful.
And Joe, I think you've got the perfect drop for it, if you please, at some point.
And his name is John Cena.
And it cuts the music so you don't get a copyright strike.
Personally, I love the forethought. Thank you very much. But speaking of copyright, Steve, you got my channel in a lot of fucking trouble.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh no.
The intro to the untitled super cool wrestling show, whatever, the 8-bit thing that you had.
Yeah.
YouTube said, get that shit the fuck out of here right now.
Oh, I got it from a royalty-free site.
YouTube,
I literally pay for the service.
YouTube said, get that the fuck out of here.
Got my
been
Mega Man theme. Oh, YouTube don't give a fuck about nobody.
Which sucks because
they've been
it's
so
a
brutal.
fire song.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I uploaded the clips, the YouTube said, no, we'll have none of that. Please.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pick up extra shifts at the White Castle.
Yeah. Would you like to trim your segment?
Yeah, I got
sir,
that.
I will trim. Thank you.
Yes, I would.
Or they have this new option now, erase song.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so
AI erases it.
I erased the song, so the graphic just plays, and out of nowhere, Steve goes, hi. I don't know, like out of the blue, it just startles people.
Hello.
But yes, the never seen 17 world champion John Cena against AJ Styles. Ironically, the guy he won his 16th world title against.
Yeah.
Going into this matchup, you did mention that there was absolutely no build for it. I think they're banking on the idea that it wouldn't need it. I don't agree with that at all whatsoever. However, and I know you're boiling over, which means I'm going to go somewhere else first. I want you to really, I want you to
fester that anger. Let it flow through you.
but Joe, I will ask you this.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck happened? Now I'm totally confused. What the fuck happened at WrestlePalooza? What was the whole?
I don't think anybody knows what happened at WrestlePalooza.
The whole fucking jackassery of this, because I said it on the show with Dave when we reviewed it, that if we've seen that match from Brock before, and that match usually occurs when Brock's being built for something or for someone, i.e. a Drew McIntyre, i.e. Whoever it was that he was going into the ring with after The Undertaker when he beat the Streak. There's always a reason that they put this on Brock so that when he eventually does do a job to a Roman Reigns, to a Cody Rhodes, there's a purpose behind this. They make him seem this like this invincible beast, and then here comes someone to slay him. They let him go away for a while. He comes back. He's back to being an unstoppable beast until someone slays him. The ideology behind Lesnar's return is everybody in WWE has had a full-on erection for the idea of doing Brock Lesnar and Gunther at WrestleMania. Did we need Lesnar to defeat or destroy John Cena during his farewell tour?
No.
To build for a Lesnar versus Gunther match?
No. Well, it just didn't make any sense. I was like, why is he obliterating him? And then I almost wanted to put I can't pull the meme up because I don't have control, but
is that the Ralph?
He's already
yeah, exactly. I knew where you were headed.
Yeah, I was like, God, golly, he's just pummeling him. Man.
And the funny thing is that his toupee is flying all over the place. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are they beating up Grandpa? What did he do? Leave him alone.
I think there's only like 3 years in between the two of them.
And look, he started off the match. He came out with all of his grandkids. They were all so happy to see Abuelo go in the ring and do his thing. And all of a sudden,
my God,
his ass kicked.
Oh
no, not Grandpa.
Oh, can I have your watch when you die, senor?
which is ironic because Lesnar came out there looking like a goddamn Greek god.
Oh my God!
Until the camera pans down low and you see him walking on two toothpicks.
Yo, he's got chicken. I'm not saying that to his face though. As brave as I am, there's several people on the planet that I wouldn't.
He's got bigger shins than he has calves. And
yeah, he does.
That is not good anatomically.
Dave, maybe that's the point. You just push him over when he's not looking.
Just do the lay down on all fours and push him. The old schoolyard trick.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't Shawn Michaels do that to a midget after Brett?
Yeah.
Dave, John Cena's on his farewell tour. It looks like the official word going around. I'm not entirely sure if it's official now that I say it because I didn't see WWE promoting it just yet. But the scuttlebutt, let's say it's rumor, is that John Cena's final opponent is going to be Gunther at Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow. What a way to go.
Hey, listen, they said, hey, if he could do it for Goldberg, he could do it for John Cena.
Yeah, if Goldberg could do it for him and John could do it for him.
Do you think that ties this whole thing together with Lesnar? Because if Lesnar took out John the way that he did, now John's got Gunther. Does that in any way tie those three together going into Lesnar and Gunther going into WrestleMania? You think that ties together at all?
Yeah, it can. I just don't understand. Again,
like would it?
Like, no, not why would it? Like you can.
I'm trying to make this Lesnar thing make some goddamn sense.
Lesnar makes everything make sense. That dude could just come out, point at you, and they're like, "Oh, okay, this all makes sense. He wants to fight you." Like we don't really need Cena getting squished. The heel turn back that was questionable. I feel like missed opportunity. I don't understand why we did all that just to be like, oh, psych, never mind. Hey, look, we're good now. And then the Lesnar squish, like it wasn't even it was an actual squish to the point where Cena's walking out. It kind of looks like he kind of like looked depressed, like almost like he didn't really even want to do that. Like it was weird the way he kind of walked out. And
he agreed to do it.
It just
he agreed
again
to do it.
To your same point earlier. Did we need this? No. Why are we doing it? I don't know. Like, why are we choosing it to do on Cena's farewell? Everything was good in the first half, and now we're just getting really weird at the end. And to have him and Gunther, regardless of the Brock Lesnar thing, I think him and Gunther would be awesome because of Gunther's position, having that match with Cena. That would be a good farewell. It would be a good person to have that match with. But if it's for the sole purpose for Lesnar, it just, you don't need it. I don't understand why they would do it, but it's still going to be good. Like, I'm so excited for it if it is a thing. It's just you telling me it's for Brock to me is like, okay. Okay, sure. I still want to watch it. I don't give a fuck who's it for. This is going to be awesome regardless. So,
Steve, how have we forgotten this throughout the course of this entire year? There's been so many horns and confetti and flowers being thrown at John Cena, and yet somehow we have all forgotten that this is also AJ Styles' farewell tour.
Oh.
He's actually done a few weeks before Mania. I believe there will be a handshake deal that gets him to WrestleMania, especially considering that it's going to be back in Las Vegas again, and they'll need that little bit of a push, that little extra something for that show.
Maybe he's going to fight Brock.
No build-up for this matchup between John Cena and AJ Styles. So it's not just one farewell tour that's not getting the proper build. It's actually two farewell tours that aren't. Your thoughts on this match not getting proper build?
This shit is ass like a tailbone. How fucking completely disrespectful is this?
Wait, I should have hit this when you said that.
Now, mind you, I'm the kind of person who, like, I try to go, all right, let's see where the story ends to judge it on its whole. But from the moment of the turn back on, I have no fucking clue what they're doing when it comes to Cena. Having him job out to Brock Lesnar doesn't make him look strong for AJ, who's also having his retirement tour going on with zero fanfare, even less than Cena's gotten. Like, sure, Cena's had the dates and he's had the chance to get in front of the crowd as he should. AJ's not going to have that, and I understand because they're both happening at the same time. But this match should have meant something at the end, because here's the thing. If you don't do the Brock Lesnar thing and you make his last match John Cena versus AJ Styles, both of them, he could be a babyface at that point. Both of it could be a babyface situation, kind of like what we're having right now. And it's a career-threatening match for AJ. Or you do something where he wins, he continues to go on. Cena loses that match, respectfully goes out on a shield. AJ continues on to WrestleMania, and it's just him. You're not thinking about, oh, they fucked up Cena's run. How bad are they going to fuck up AJ's run? Cena gets written out. He has his moment. He passes, quote unquote, the old man torch over to AJ, and AJ gets to have his moment. It's fucking ass. Ass.
You know,
I don't know. It's like
the match is going to be dope, though.
I feel like it's very AJ. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's kind of something he would do to kind of hide his farewell tour behind Cena's. Like, why would you want to? Maybe it was just timing, but like, you're gonna have your last run at the same time as someone who clearly is gonna get more light shine on theirs.
I think it's his. Yeah. I'm calling it his farewell tour because it just happens to be his last. It is his in the country.
We're not calling.
Yeah, I don't think he just.
But this is his last run.
Yeah, but AJ Styles is a lunch pail, blue collar kind of guy. He's not. It's the Kobe time. He's not trying to. This is kind of
like his way of having his goodbye, but like kind of like under the radar. Like he doesn't want to be at the front of it, but this is a way to kind of have like that match. I don't know. Why else have a? He's a big star. He deserves a good goodbye. Decent goodbye. So then why would you be done at the same time as Cena?
Well, maybe because he gets something at Mania. I mean, maybe that's the trade-off. I mean, if that's what you're saying, if the handshake deal happens and he winds up getting a proper send-off at Mania and there's something already planned there, I can see that being something that was discussed of like, hey, we know you want to do your thing at the same time. Cena's thing is going on, but his ends here. Yours is going to continue on. This is what we got in mind for you. I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person, and I don't want to rile the internet up. But if you told me that I can have any kind of match I want at WrestleMania for my send off, I just got to do this quick JOB real quick over here in the corner for a guy that I actually like, because AJ and John go way back.
It's a good job.
I'm gonna make that deal. Actually, if I'm AJ, the match that I want at WrestleMania, I don't care who it is, but I want to compete for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania for my last match. I don't want to win.
Cool.
I don't want to win.
That would be cool.
But I'd like to be the guy that got the title defended on the biggest show of the year. I know Joe Hendry now officially has the title of being the first guy to bring the title to WrestleMania. But to have a TNA World Heavyweight Championship match and have Mr. TNA be in that match would be pretty cool. Doubly cool for me personally. Ooh. If Santana was to be the world champion when that happened. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that little piece of information out there.
They could take my money.
I might go to Vegas. You never know.
They could take my money for that one.
One last match here, of course. World champion versus WWE champion. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. This is the match. Seth Rollins cannot lose. As they said, he can't afford to lose. He has to win. He has to win. They're really pushing this issue about Seth having to win. He's going to lose it all. His friends will not speak to him. His oracle will leave him. His wife will start fucking other men. There's no option for him on the table. He's got to beat the American Nightmare, for God's sakes. He couldn't beat him with a torn pack in the cell. This guy can't beat this guy at all whatsoever. we're going into this. It's not championship versus championship. It's for the Crown Jewel Championship, which means about as as much as they want, whatever they want to make it sound like. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly right. Me and Dave were talking about Saudi Arabia when they had mentioned WrestleMania 43, and then like a week or two later, the EA Sports deal broke where they had purchased EA Electronic Arts, and then we found out about the comedy festival, and in research to all of this, I learned. I guess I don't have my ear to the ground as much as I'd like. That Saudi Arabia is doing this whole Vision 2030 plan where they're trying to be like the king.
Not kill people.
No, they're not.
Don't worry. It's only journalists.
Only those who keep sticking their noses in business that doesn't concern them.
And
like,
driving if they have a vagina.
Yeah, kill a journalist, but Dave Chappelle's gonna be all right, baby. He's gonna be all right. Louis C.K. is sitting there going, you know what? I kind of like this place. This is
pretty good.
Very, very little rules over here. Not as strenuous. Not as tight over here.
Where's Michael Richards?
Yeah,
He's due for a run again.
I'm getting more fun out of the people, out of the comics who are taking the piss out of it than I am the comics who actually win. Because I'm seeing more videos from the people, I don't understand how they could go. It's like,
blood money, of course.
Someone didn't get the Evite. I'm sorry. My bad.
Someone didn't get the sack full of money with the $sign on it.
No, yeah. No, the loot. The loot, the old bag of loot with the $sign.
The Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, see, you want to come and make jokes? See, come.
How would you like some money? I'll tell you what makes great money. Blood. So let's get you in here.
Blood here. Our television just caught up to the 1920s, see?
Yeah.
Everybody moves a little funny, but it's okay.
Stay away from that Adolf Hitler. He's a bad egg. There's a lot going on over there, but this is for the Crown Jewel Championship. We had this matchup last year when it was Cody and Gunther. Ended up being a killer match. I don't think this one will be any less than that. Does Seth need to win this match? That's the storyline, but in reality, Dave, you say yes. He has to win this match?
I'll go the other way. I don't want Cody to win this match.
Yeah.
He's like spite.
So if that means Seth wins, then absolutely. But I do not need Cody back to back. So
wow.
No, there's no need for it.
You don't want Cody 2 times?
No, I'm good.
I think Cody turned off a lot of people when he made the comment about, because he won last year's. He said, I have one ring as it is, but I got 4 more fingers. And everyone's like, bro, no. We don't want to see you monopolize that thing that we hate so much.
Yeah. No more blood money rings, Cody.
Blood money rings.
I mean, it'd be a great Homelander arc.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Man, if there was ever a country to pull that gimmick out.
All right. Oh
like that's the goddamn place. Even the Sheik could be like, you know what? Guy's got a point.
He's speaking some real truth here right now. I bet you he could have got Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior on this show.
Yeah. The kids would say that man is cooking right now. Go ahead, tell him what's going on there, home. Cody, tell him what's going on, Cody.
Have the Rolling Stones killed.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been down this path before with these two guys. We know what match we're going to get. The storyline I already laid out as far as this whole, again, with the build, right? This has gotten more build than anything else, but it's a build that isn't really ringing any bells with anybody at all, because as they put it themselves, we've been down this road. We know what's going to happen. And Joe,
this is what Cena and AJ should have been. This is the history feud where they're going back to what we've seen before. This is what AJ and Cena should have been.
And now we're just not for nothing, Steve, but maybe to your point, maybe that's why they didn't do it, because they knew that was the angle they were going to use for the world title or the main event situation.
But why not both?
Why not both? Or at the very least, why not? Why do it for them at all? Because at the very least, if they were going title for title, the WWE champion versus the world heavyweight champion, winner take all, there has to be a winner. We cannot do this bullshit anymore with 2 champions. Has to be. I would say go for it. Give them all the promotion. Give them all the build. Right, because there's something on the line here. There's nothing really on the line here. They're trying to make it seem like something's on the line, but for the rest of the world, there isn't. there is something on the line for John and AJ. This is the last time ever. This is it. I just called AJ Mr. TNA earlier. When they first collided in 2016, it truly was TNA versus WWE. It was John Cena, it was AJ Styles, two of the best of all time, going at it one-on-one. Obviously, 10 years later, they're not the same people, but it's the last goddamn time. That's been the theme of John Cena's whole final run. I may not be the man that I'm not. I may not be as great as I was, but on one night, I might be able to be great again, and that could be the continuing thought process. They've done other things. They've decided to do other things. So that's our pay-per-view here for this Saturday. Crown Jewel taking off into Australia. We have other places we need to get to, and so let's go ahead. Oh my God! See,
down.
they're sick of that fucking Saudi Arabian bullshit too.
Mhm.
There's your segue. There's your edit point.
That was the perfect time to mute.
Let's keep this show going. It's time for segment 2.
Segment 2 takes us what we were just jabbering about not too long ago. NXT versus TNA is taking place as we speak. They are doing a joint show, I think they're in the Performance Center, if I'm not mistaken, and it's all going down right now as we speak. Let me check real quick what the live results are before we even get into this. Oh yeah, it's almost over, basically.
Wow, damn.
They opened up with the Hardys defeating Dark State, so now they are the TNA and NXT Tag Team Champions. Matt and Jeff Hardy have won the developmental tag team titles. Thank God for that. Those young up-and-coming Hardys from North Carolina. Team NXT, JC Jane, Jada Parker, Sol Roca, and Lola Vice defeated Team TNA, Kalani Jordan, Jesse McKay, Cassie Lee, and Maria Sade from TNA. Ethan Page retained his title against Mustafa Ali. I said it correctly.
Nice.
And in the ring right now, I'll give you guys the results once this match has been updated here. But it's Team NXT and Team TNA. So for four-card show, it's a CW show, so they can't really go all that hard. But yeah, that's what's going on right now with NXT and TNA. But I said at the beginning of the show when I meant it. It's a great thing that they're doing right now with TNA and NXT, with the relationship going on with that. But man, at its peak, we could have really had some barn burners between WWE and TNA. There have been many a year I could look at,
especially when this was there. My God.
Oh my God. That's probably the one thing that would have made the experience not as enjoyable, because I think Vince would have played an extremely large amount of hardball.
Yeah.
Especially someone like Dixie, or even Jarrett, because remember, Jarrett and Vince at the time didn't really have the best relationship.
And even on screen, Vince would overshadow kind of anybody. Even if they came to an equitable agreement, they didn't have an authority figure that was going to be able to stand up charisma-wise in that vacuum.
No.
It just wouldn't work.
It wouldn't have worked. But at the same time, the current situation of NXT and TNA, we see Santino Marella coming out for TNA. They haven't brought out Shawn Michaels for that. It really hasn't been like they haven't done it like Santino and Shawn Michaels.
I mean, would you?
No, if
I wouldn't.
I'm Shawn. Hell no, absolutely not. The guy with the fucking
sign Sting back, make him the guy, and then we'll talk.
Shawn would do it for Sting.
Yeah,
100%. Shawn would have done it for Sting. He's like, Steve's gonna be there. Absolutely, let's go.
Done.
Let's do. I mean, let's go. Actually, not for nothing. I know Sting said he wouldn't go back in the ring again, and I'm all for it. Stay out of the ring. But a little couple extra bucks, do a little something on the side, especially considering TNA is a kind of a stationary target at this point. I'm not opposed to it. But Tony Khan, that Tony Khan money, baby. Oh my God, he must have salt lick at the end of that dick.
No, it's cocaine.
It's cocaine.
Allegedly.
It's the cocaine. So one of the things that I wanted to do with this particular segment, I wanted to go back in time just a little bit, and I wanted us to select a year where it would have been a little bit more, even, right? A little bit more of a, because I don't think really NXT or TNA at this point in time have game-changing stars, right? I mean, it's an interesting concept, but I mean, at one point when TNA was really cooking and WWE was kind of right there, there was some opportunity. Steve, you hit me with a year when we were going over this that actually kind of surprised me. I was very not to say that it was a bad choice or a bad year, but of all the years, I was like, oh, okay. Talk me through that. What was the year that you picked?
I actually chose 2012 because I think that it was right before and like right during sort of like the Aces and Eights sort of like beginning of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Where they still had some star power at the top. Their mid card was still really good. Also, WWE, a lot of the newer guys were kind of starting to get a foothold. They were still hungry, like guys like Cody, guys like Cesaro. Seth Rollins was just getting his start kind of there. Ziggler was still a factor, but you still had guys like Triple H. You still had guys like Undertaker. Cena was still around, so you still had star power and guys on the up and come that could match up pretty well. I thought that they were the best balance of two cards.
Oh, okay, all right, Joe. You have any fond memories of these rosters from back in the day, or is there a particular?
You're damn right, because you got one of the best wrestlers on the mic and in the physical peak shape of man. This is how men should look. And I'm talking about Samoa Joe. He's built just like me. So that is peak shape human being.
And it's Joe.
And his name is also Joe, so you can't go wrong with that. So
male physique right there.
Yes, yes.
This is what it looks like. Drink it in,
the omega male of our species.
Yes, Apex. That's a 2008, baby. Samoa Joe.
2008.
Yeah.
Oh man. So 2012.
So you had Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Booker T. They were throwing down. It was getting fun. It was silly but great. And things just worked, and you had peak physique for men.
So you guys were picking years based off of primes. I'm noticing that. I mean, he did for 2012. I could make an argument, and I mean, you picked Joe. What was it? 2008.
Yeah,
okay.
That was a good year for me too.
Your year, 2008, was a good year.
Yeah, it was alive. Everything was great. You know?
I didn't have a kid in 2008, so I'm.
Oh wow!
I was at war.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Jesus.
Serving this goddamn country.
Never thought I'd say bring Bush back.
Any PTSD from those rations? Yum eats.
Oh wow!
Me personally, I went the potential route. I wanted them all young, so I went 2006 because this is Christian Cage, this is Kurt Angle.
I was like 2006.
Yeah, this is Team Canada. This. I mean, we're talking about that's the TNA side of it, and then we go to the other side. 06. This is Kurt Angle had just left WWE in 06. He switches teams to TNA. That it's real. It's damn real. Yeah. You put Perk Angle on TNA against the WWE roster. Oh, sweet baby G. We're talking Batista, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. You're going up and down the list of legends. I liked that year because of the legends. Because I thought those legends would have 2006 Shawn Michaels against 2006 AJ Styles.
Okay.
I'm hard right now. Just at the thought of it.
That's a permanent condition.
I want to see all of it. The 2006 Taker against 2006 Joe. Oh. Listen, what I'm telling you, I want to get them in the years before they figured out the wisdom of wrestling. In your years, they're smart to the business. They're not taking a whole lot of bumps. They're not coming off the top rope to the floor. 2006 Styles would do a crossbody from the rafters all the way 30 feet there. That's still spiral tap, AJ. He doesn't give a shit about life. He doesn't care about knees in 2006. Are you kidding me? They just give him a few beers at the end. Hot dog and a handshake. That's all it takes. That's all it would take. 2006, man, that was a good year for me. Personally.
I still feel like 2012 because I like the fact that in a lot of cases, and we talked about this because we have problems. I don't know if Joe has the same problems we do. Both of us booked shows and wrote down freaking things and like all this. I texted him. I was like, I had to limit myself to 8. He's like, I wrote two night
I had a that event already in my head. It was like Saturday and Sunday, WWE versus TNA.
Oh man, yeah, I had like Team TNA versus Team WWE.
I still struggle because I'm like, yeah, damn, who's the main event though?
I would always do it because you could download in the wrestling games. I would always do it that way because you could download the characters in the CAW once Xbox got on the scene, and I was like, there we go.
Oh, shout out to Pro Wrestling Sim. If you are a nerd, that is the game you want.
No,
Pro Wrestling Sim is that like
Pro Wrestling Sim. You basically just book everything, the storylines, the gimmicks, the contract. We'll talk later. It's a whole can of worms. But my main event, my opening match, because I limited it to one card, so I'll just do my opening match and my main. For the TNA Championship and I Quit match, CM Punk versus AJ Styles. Again, this is 2012. And then for the WWE Championship, Kurt Angle versus Bryan Danielson.
Oh.
Or Daniel
wow,
at the
the dream match. A technical
that's
dream.
a good one.
Technical marvel. Yeah, no, I think I already gave mine away when I said that because I definitely Styles and Shawn.
Oof.
That's definitely one that I wanted. Joe and Taker. Excuse me, definitely one. Underappreciated one. Follow me on this. You may or may not get down with it, but remember the year that I gave you it was 06.
Mm-hmm.
I would love, and I know people are gonna think that this is an outrageous thing, but Triple H and Christopher Daniels.
That would be good.
I would have actually liked that one. I know the size difference is different, but Daniels was a veteran in 06. Like he was already kind of established at that point. I think him and Hunter could have done something really, really, really good. And I'll just throw that out there. But there's so many different ways that you could go. And I know someone's watching this right now and going, Dave's not saying a whole lot. But that's okay.
Yeah, right.
Dave's doing his taxes right now.
I'm preparing for 26.
This is because what happens is that my brother took the ride. He saw most of this. It just I have the Asperger's. It's awesome.
I was grinding a different. I was heavy into my games at that time, so that shit was on in the background, but I wasn't paying attention to that.
We had multiple TVs in the room. He was doing his thing, and I was doing my thing. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he took the ride for a lot of the Ring of Honor stuff, a lot of the TNA. Those early 2000s, I was all over everything. New Japan was on there, Ring of Honor was on there, TNA was on there, all WWE obviously. But like whenever I would go to indie shows, you know, I'd wind up with the DVDs, right? So the Ring of Honor shows used to sell DVDs from like everybody.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
You can get
I have some
DVDs in there for some reason. Yeah, I know. I saw it in your house. I was jealous. Yeah. I was jealous. This guy had. I forgot what was that.
I have the one Joe Punk.
Yes,
you know, peak male. And I have Daniels and McGinnis. Because I went to those.
That's a pretty good one. If you're only going to have two.
Yeah.
I was there. So I was like, I'm like, my dumb ass is looking for myself. Where am I? And it was like, damn it, they didn't have 4K at this time.
It was two.
It was.
Two. My wife does this thing where whenever we're on a long road trip, she just decides to quiz me. I don't know. She thinks it's fun. And she just starts throwing not just question and answer, but like open ended. So like ask the question and then right. So she hit me with it one day. She was just like, because of the NXT TNA thing I told her about that we're doing that. She goes, you know, if you had to pick somebody, you know, if you had to pick one person, hold on, Paul Green, wasn't that peak CM Punk as well, or am I a year late? No, I think if you want to put peak Punk, I think you're going with Steve's pick. I think 2012. Was
that was the 434-day run, if I'm not mistaken.
He was champion that whole year. He was champion. He didn't lose it till 2013. I'll take 2003. That way I can get Eddie versus Chris against the team.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's an excellent choice. Yeah.
Eddie and Chris against the young TNA guys would have been fucking sick. I would have taken that. Oh, man, he just fucked my whole head up.
Their careers would have been shorter, but...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. So my wife does this thing, and I told her about the NXT TNA thing. She goes, if you had to pick one person, who would you say throughout the history of TNA is like the face of TNA, the person that put him on the thing. My brain said AJ Styles. And she goes, okay, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. Then she slid and she went, what about Ring of Honor? Now that could be debated, but this was my own personal pick as far as like, because when she says the face, I was trying to get a criteria because in my head I'm thinking, who put it on the map? Who's the guy that built it? Who's the guy that made it a thing? And again, it's debatable. I chose Punk. Now it could have been Joe. It could have been like there's a number of people you can make an argument. I actually tie Punk and Joe together because I feel like that feud is what put the company on the map. So I had said Punk, and she goes, okay, and we're going through all these different things. She got the ECW, and that's even harder for me to pick. I'm like, ECW, like the original ECW? She's like, yeah. I was like, God damn. I mean, I lean more towards Shane, but I could see it in a number of different ways. Then she goes, what about ECW 2.0, like the other one when it went to WWE? I said, you know what?
Still
Punk.
Yeah.
And she went, Punk again? I was like, the boy's nasty. The boy good. And it was a seamless transition. When he left Ring of Honor in 05, he went to OVW for a short amount of time and then got picked up by ECW. So he was the man in one company and then immediately went to the next company. It was already the fucking man. So we were like, fuck. what a goddamn run. So I love the opportunity to talk about this kind of stuff where you're like, because it's all open-ended stuff, right? It's all subjective, even with your card. Like, it's a phenomenal card. But if I gave that year to another wrestling head, they might
choose something completely
go
different.
with a different component and all kinds of and all kinds of different components. So, Joe, you picked 2008.
Indeed.
Right?
Yes.
Of those talents on that roster, who did you have? Did you pick a main?
I got Booker T.
Okay.
Not Booker Wee. Just want to put that out there. Kurt Angle, AJ
Third
Styles.
digit reference in the show.
Respect.
Yeah, we had two now. You brought up the first. Back with the.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kurt Angle, Booker T, and AJ Styles. Peak. It's great.
You know, we keep bringing up the same names, but you know what? There's so Abyss.
Abyss, right? Of course.
Team 3D. The Guns are on here.
Yeah.
Homicide's on here, and Hernandez, LAX is on here.
Wow.
As far as like talents for these years, Petey Williams is on
here.
Senshi Loki is on here.
I got a pretty pumped year.
Sting.
If I don't say so.
An active Sting.
Leave Sting out.
Yeah, an active Sting.
My favorite wrestler at the time and singer. Look at that.
If you go early enough,
Eric Young.
Yeah, you can get Raven on here. Bobby Roode's on here.
Bobby
Beer
Roode.
Money. Ho. That what's that? Oh, I want to say 08, 09 for Beer Money.
Because he turned. I think he turned in 2012. That's when he became the It Factor.
Yeah. That was a great run. Fuck.
I try.
Bobby.
How the fuck they dropped the ball on that? God, I mean, it was beautiful to be glorious, but they didn't continue.
Well, that's the problem. He became an entrance.
Yeah.
Throwing his balls off by making him too cool for school.
Glorious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now he's a kick-ass agent.
Yeah.
Doing his goddamn thing on the side. Yeah, I know.
Dude, and shout out to Bad Influence. Don't get enough credit as a tag team. Kazarian and fucking Daniels. Oh, my God. They don't get enough credit as a tag team. I'm sorry.
No, they don't. What was that? SCU, right?
Yes.
It was Bad Influence. That.
Oh,
yeah.
At that time, AEW did.
SoCal University.
SoCal University.
Something like that. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, because they added Scorpio.
Oh yeah, that guy. What the hell is he doing over there now? Jesus Christ.
Looking for that salt lick. I don't
know. Look at this. Damn, they got him looking for it, bro. That's crazy work, son.
Way to go.
Damn. I
think it's blurred behind Dave.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Hey, so which years would y'all pick for the ladies? Oh,
is no way to Awesome Kong? Is she still there?
Wait, we can't have this debate unless we can figure out what year was Beautiful People really fucking kicking.
Was that
Beautiful
09?
People, Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, that whole run with Mickey
I want to
James.
say that was 09.
Madison Rain 09. Oh, the WWE is getting their ass kicked in because in 09 the women were yikes.
Yeah, they had Daffers at that point.
Oh,
Daphne.
Yeah. But hold on. Like,
Yeah, I think it was 09.
I'm looking for
ODB's there.
I'm looking up the women now for 09. Alicia Fox, Beth
Tara's
Phoenix,
still there.
Yikes.
Yeah.
This Eve Torres, they're cooked. Jillian Hall
for WWE, yeah. That's why my 2012 had AJ Lee versus Gail Kim for the Knockouts title, and then I had ODB, Mickey James, and Tara versus Beth Phoenix, Paige, and Naomi.
Oh, so maybe 2012 then. Maybe that's the year then. Maybe we went too early. Because I mean, too early. TNA Knockouts were killing it that year or those earlier years. The women's.
There were so many years they were killing it though.
Yeah, I know.
So many years.
We almost got our
years ahead.
We almost got our first women's pay-per-view in TNA before we got it in WWE. We were very,
we should have.
We should have, yeah. I tuned in every week to see let the pigeons fly.
The pigeons fly. Yep.
Let the pigeons loose.
That cameraman needed a bonus.
I've never seen such an over vagina shot ever. Like, it's the most iconic camel toe shot in the history of television.
Stacey
and then she would point it. Get over here, cameraman. Check out these lips.
Stacey Keebler was doing something, and she's like, "Hold my beer. I got this."
Oh yeah. Well, she didn't have. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and defame anybody's vagina lips, but there's a difference in vagina lips. Some are fuller.
Some look like an empty shirt sleeve.
Some look like Arby's. Yay! It has the meats.
Exploded cigar.
Some look like Liza Minnelli after a Broadway situation.
Oh no!
Plumpers.
The old wax lips.
The old wax lips routine. Let's get to the next one, folks.
Segment 3 is here, and I can't wait.
Come on.
I thought, did she say that word?
Cunt.
Cunt.
Emphasize that one.
She sounds very British.
She's from the UK. It's fine.
It's all right. It's okay. Listen, I wanted a different vibe. I had that guy, that straightforward announcer for so many goddamn months. Let's see what's on the show. He said, so we are here now to talk about, we got to put on our serious faces now, boys. It's time to lock in. All right. We're talking business. Well, get to Amazon and order some new faces, Jesus Christ. Yes. Jeff Bezos has an assortment. You can get him in different color palettes and, different width of eyes and all kinds of stuff.
Joe's favorite person.
It's like a meta collector.
Lex Luthor can kiss my ass.
Lex Luthor is out here with Frank Grillo making plans now.
Word.
Speaking of which, if you want to get that reference and you want to understand where I'm coming from.
Are you going to outplug me on my own plug?
No.
Oh.
No, continue to plug. Because I was about to push HBO Max. Go for it. Go ahead.
You're going to push HBO, but they already got money. You should go to 2BC. Maybe we'll be talking about it.
Already got money.
Maybe money. Maybe we'll be talking about the season finale next week.
The season finale of Peacemaker?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Because screw that. You want to be on? It's a DC.
That's fine. I've watched every episode of Peacemaker.
Oh, great. So we'll do that. We're season finale 1 week later. It's not going to be a week later. It's going to be a day later. But
this
fuck
is
it.
8 years of OUM. We can do business behind the scenes. Let's keep it moving.
Live on air, motherfucker.
Wait, you know what business they should do? They should buy more OUM merch.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
If you guys want to head over to
I have to get an updated shirt, actually.
I need to update the whole site as a whole. I already have sketch. I'm working on it. I already have.
Bet you won't buy pussy.
Pussy. See with the exception of what Joe's got going on, I can just share it right here.
There you go. Perfect.
And we've got neck gaiters, we've got t-shirts. All right.
Protect your neck.
That's
Deceive Dave. Yeah.
I might have to get that mug. I might have to get that mug.
Click next. Okay. I'll click next.
Didn't work
now. Get them now. They're going to be exclusive soon, man. We got to change that art. God.
They're going to be a collector's item.
Yeah, they're going to be exclusive.
Well, what I was trying to say is if you want to catch what those references are outside of the 2BC sphere, the actual episodes air on HBO Max. Now, we can sit here all day and do pros and cons and do all the financial advices and what you should be saving, what you should be spending your money on, but it's all subjective. What we're actually here to talk about is the actual landscape in and of a whole. Now, Joe, I'm going to give you the floor here to go ahead and dislocate your shoulder, patting yourself on the back.
Yep.
Because
I was right, motherfuckers!
Not only did you say it on your platform, but I actually do have a memory of you mentioning this when WWE was moving to Peacock. Because Peacock was the first move WWE had made outside of its own network and app.
Right.
That was what got the ball rolling on where we currently are, which is a
Chaos.
fire sale. It's a fire sale. Wherever they want to be is wherever they want to be. They got out of Peacock early so they can get to ESPN, for Christ's sake. So, floor is yours. Set the stage. What was it that you said originally, and then talk about what's currently happening?
I mean, you got oversaturation of the market with too many streaming services, and you've got an ultimate show of greed in the corporate world. Unfortunately, when you have situations like this, and you'll see a lot of, and I know it sounds like I'm pious, but I'm not. I am actually for you, the working man. Because reach out to my hand, put your hand in my hand. I know that you are struggling just like I'm struggling.
Appreciate it.
I can't believe you just did that. So here's our next segment, our final segment. We're going over stuff from previous episodes. There's an episode where you did exactly.
I did that. Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God.
Wait, Joe, did you say corporate greed?
Yeah. Because all these corporations just were like, let's do streaming service. Let's do streaming service.
Corporate greed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible.
So now,
believe it, buddy.
Now with TKO buyout, and then the offset of them from the trading market, they're no longer on the public trading, the NASDAQ, so to speak. Now we can do things unscrupulously and make it completely unaffordable for a normal family to buy a ticket to go see a live show. So therefore, their only way to see it is being streamed. So they're going to have to pay an entry fee and plus whatever else that's needed. And if they really enjoyed the fine, wonderful things available on the network of Peacock, emphasis on the cack.
I heard the emphasis.
Yeah. Yes. Like Resident Alien and several of the wonderful shows available on that platform. I enjoyed my time in Peacock, but my time in Peacock had ended because as the thing progresses, they realize, well, this model's not working. So a lot of people are like, hey, a lot of people like myself that had well-established paying jobs and unfortunately don't have those well-paying established jobs anymore, said, hey, I got to cut shit back. So Peacock, you're gone. And this one, you're gone. And boom, boom, boom. And I felt like I was at the OK Corral, just plowing down savings. And
rolling down,
rolling back like Walmart.
Yes, I'm rolling back prices by not buying any more of these streaming services, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, I cut cable and I got rid of all these things," and they went back and they go, "Well, I want this one streaming service and I want that one," and I'm not going to name names because we're not getting any type of revenue for them, so why should I? But
some of us.
Oh yeah, there's one. All right, Paramount. Paramount's good. You should get Paramount until next June.
I'm told it's a mountain of entertainment.
It is. It really is. You can watch Star Trek, and if you really like Star Trek, you come back and watch the Captain's Quadrant. Plug, baby.
He worked it in.
I worked it in. I weave that some bitch like a basket.
He's like a turtle where the shell is a plug. Yeah, when he's out, everything's great. As soon as you scare him, he goes into a plug. Back out. He almost screwed you out of an opportunity, so he wanted to at least escape some dollars out of it before he set fire to your entire career.
Yeah, yeah. So now a lot of people realized that, hey, if I get all these streaming services, this is more expensive than cable, because you start adding it up, $12.99, $10.99, and then tariffs. So they said, hey, we'll figure out a way to make tariffs the reason why we got to raise our prices. Disney's like $15.99, Hulu $10.99. Everybody just raised them up on top of it, so it became unaffordable. So now they're like, oh, this isn't going to work. So Disney, what did Disney do? It scooped up some of the competition. That corporate greed is no joke. They went.
You said corporate greed.
Yeah. They went.
Sure, it's corporate.
Absolutely.
It doesn't sound like
Our
corporate.
CEO agreed. Anyway, so they scooped up the competition. They bought out Hulu. They bought the rest of the stake of their ownership on Hulu. They made Hulu,
which they've announced they're now officially phasing out.
So
Well,
Hulu,
they're absorbing Hulu. Into
right? They're absorbing it, but like that's what I'm saying. Like Paramount kind of absorbed, not Stars, but
Showtime.
Showtime. Thank you.
Yeah,
because nobody was subscribing to Showtime. I think
no. They used to watch it for boxing.
Not enough people.
Yeah, not enough people because it's too many. It was oversaturated and there was too many people. Couldn't afford all that. You start buying everything; it's more expensive than cable. So it was like, this is dumb. So I think a lot of these, what's happening is now this consolidation of ownership. So, but the prices are going to be skyrocketed.
It's going back to cable.
It's going back to cable. It's a complete total waste of time. And I could have just had cable for free with the little what is that box, TiVo, and just watched it whenever I wanted it, and have the same thing that you think you have with the streaming services, which you don't.
Well, that was one of the convenient points of streaming when it first became popularized, was the convenience of it and the affordability.
Right.
Like you had mentioned, that was one of the things. It became a flex after a while for people to be like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last night. I cut my cable. I'm the streaming services. Now everyone is going, cable wasn't all that bad. I had like 300 channels or something like that. I didn't get to control the programming like I do with streaming services, but Jesus Christ, now
that's a lot cheaper.
It's the illusion of freedom that they sold people on. Is the illusion of a la carte entertainment. It's just each one of the things that you want went to different ones, and now in the case of WWE, they're going, okay, well, we'll give you a little bit over here, we'll give you a little bit over there, we'll give you a little bit over there. So now you feel obligated, if you're a completionist and a psycho like I am, where you have to have them all so you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's from the perspective of the person like you guys who want to see all the shows. But if you're WWE, it's okay, we see this consolidation happening. That's going to get locked behind here, locked behind here, locked behind here. So let me put mine here, here, and here. So no matter which juggernaut you're on, you have access to our show, which could drive you other places. But I don't think it's to drive you everywhere. It's for you to fall in love with one of their programs so you then go to their shows. But to me, it's about the exposure. Like, we want to blanket ourselves so that we're still people can see us no matter where you go. And they'll go to a SmackDown if they can only watch SmackDown. Oh, SmackDown's here. I'll go see SmackDown. Like, for free. I think that's the way that they see it, rather than we want to help in getting everyone to buy all these different streaming sites.
But because they're not catering to hardcore psychos like us, they could give two shits about us.
You're gonna get all three.
They have our money regardless.
Yeah, they have our money regardless.
We're a non-factor. We're lifers.
I didn't want
YouTube clips to help me out a lot.
I didn't want
Netflix
I didn't want this to turn into a WWE thing, but to Dave's point, let's not also rule out the idea that they don't want AEW to have exposure to anything either. So to monopolize that also helps them, because if Tony loses WBD, which he very well could at some point, everyone loses their network at some point. No one's on the air.
It's not permanent ever. Yeah.
They're not going to have many options outside of that. Because I'm pretty sure if anybody learned from the learning tree of Vince McMahon, they'll tell them, this is your wrestling content right here. You're not gonna need an AEW. I mean, look how quickly AEW footage got removed from the ESPN's app once ESPN and WWE got into bed with each other.
Oh yeah,
so it's no longer even a thing. So, and now WBD is in. Paramount's making a bid for Warner Brothers now, and they've been in talks for.
Netflix is also making a bid for Warner Brothers.
Well, I'm saying bids. Like, no one's.
But it's a consolidation time. So, like, that's what I mean. Now they're going to absorb. Instead of you had a bunch of different ones, now they're going to absorb everything. We're going to go back to cable, and it's going to be inexpensive. It's going to be unaffordable because Netflix is going to raise its prices back up. Okay. Well, and then ESPN raises it up.
I wouldn't even say we're going back to cable, because in this aspect, going back to cable means you would need Verizon. You would also need Comcast. You would also need like, if you want, with cable, I got it all. And then I could do a pay-per-view. With this, it's, if I want to see this show, I need this one. I need Comcast. If I wanted to watch this show, I need Verizon to watch.
Oh, so it's the same problem, just
it's the
different
same
things.
thing, but
yeah.
instead of it all being on
yeah.
one and having the TV guide that you go through, you watch 1% of those channels. Now it's okay. If you like this show, you have to have Netflix to watch it. So let's say there's 4 juggernauts total, 3 juggernauts. There's gonna be a separation somewhere in there where you're gonna have access to the other one to watch it. Whereas cable, you had it all. You just need to know where it is, and then maybe a pay-per-view on Showtime or something like that. But you had Showtime. You just had to pay for the one show, and that was it. Now to watch any of the shows, you have to pay for all 3 if you like stuff on each one.
Which
So
gonna
it's
suck
worse-
because they're
it's
like,
worse
all
than
right,
cable.
$2.99 a month for ESPN, $2.99 a month for Netflix.
Yeah, well,
and
they've
if we're being-
proven that you're gonna pay the money. So until you stop doing it, there's no incentive.
Yeah, that's what's
And
gonna
if
happen.
we're
I'm just
being
gonna be
fair,
like,
can we be adults here and agree that this whole idea of streaming being affordable went out the window very easy the moment internet skyrocketed their prices.
Sure.
Like the moment having just internet was the same price as having the full bundle.
Mm-hmm.
The streaming thing, it was just a lie. Like people believe that, oh, it's more affordable. No, I'm still paying cable prices for my internet, and now I'm paying $5. So
well, no,
I think
I got a good deal. So
most people should be pushing
Mark.
towards the internet being a utility. You can't live without it. It should be, paid for in some way, shape, or form. But so corporate greed is the problem.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
So used to
this whole time.
I gotta write that down.
Corporate. It's so weird. Steve, you have a unique position out of the 4 of us because you happen to work.
Maybe this is why he's so confused about
because he's so used to
he is corporate.
I'm not corporate.
He's part of the machine.
I'm
allegedly the government shut down my show. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well,
I see. I'm not even
have an AI avatar.
I'm not. Or at least you don't work for that talentless hack on the other program, as he also put it. I'm not even going to touch that. That's your own thing. I'm not going down that path. But what I will ask, from the perspective of someone who not only lives it, right, but also lives it from the other side, right? You're a consumer yourself.
Yes.
You just happen to work for one of the major companies that we're talking about now. How do you balance that? Because you are, aside from this show, obviously, you have your own things, you have your own personas, you do your own programming as well. Where is that line at for you, where you're like, here's what I can say, here's what I can't say, I don't want to get anybody else in trouble, I don't want to get me in trouble? What's that dance like for you?
It's very difficult, honestly. There are certain things where it's like, okay, as long as I'm not framing myself as I am representing X, Y, and Z when I'm giving that opinion, it's pretty much fine, but it gets cleared through certain channels. Like this will go to somebody to look at to make sure that it's
okay. When you guys see it, hi, I'm available for bookings.
But you never saw me, by the way.
We've never even met. I play the dance because now this sort of thing is affecting video games. Xbox announced that it's going to go up to $30 a month now for the Ultimate Game Pass. So like those sorts of things, it's not going anywhere. I think until the bubble actually collapses, this is what we're going to do. And it's not any better. Like WWE having their own platform when it was the WWE Network was just the same as if AEW said, all right, well, we got no place to go. Let's develop our own app and do it this way. The consumer is still deciding, I am going to pay for this hyper niche thing. The problem is in order to make it viable, because of how much it actually costs to produce content, keep it on the air, servers for all these people watching, they can't make it $2.99. They can't make it $4.99 because you still have to pay a living wage to the people who do it. Sure, they tack on that I want to make sure I'm pronouncing this correct. corporate greed.
Yes, yes.
So okay, so
Phonetically, that's how it's. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, the margin that they use that they take out from the product that they release may not be a full EBITDA cost. So it's true that in the end they'll get more than what you've been putting in when you antiquate all the people that have got bought into the product, and they raise the price because certain people at the top need to get much more padded in their wallets than a regular person.
It ultimately comes down to us. The only power that you have, which is very limited, is your dollar.
Yeah.
Is your dollar.
I mean, I canceled Disney a long time ago.
Yeah, we
Look, I was born in the Marlboro Projects. I'm sharing like 9 passwords. Allegedly.
Don't say that out loud, man.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I am an AI construct.
But
I just watch clips on you.
The problem is the same kids today that complain about not being able to afford their rent when they live with 3 other friends is because if you look at their finances, they're door dashing everything. So and to them, this isn't fair because I should be able to do that because that's all they know. So yes, we can put the. I mean,
don't give me the Starbucks equation to answer to. That's total bullshit. I'm sorry.
He's not saying it's right. He's just
what I'm saying is, you and I can turn it all off because we come from a place where it wasn't there to begin with.
Yeah.
So eventually, we're too busy to even watch the shit, so we'll just cut it off. This is their life. This is all they know. So yes, we can put the money back in our pocket, but there's more of them than there is of us, which is why it's always going to work no matter what you say.
Well, also, the younger the audience get, the more dependent they are on streaming because they know, to your point, they don't know anything before that.
So that was up to our generation to be like, all right, enough. And
shit, we had shit to do, man.
You know why we don't? You know why we don't?
Because we don't be quiet.
We grew up in an era where we had limited options. So now that we're adults and at our ages, we can afford the luxuries. Because I do consider something like this is a luxury, but we worked to get that luxury.
The lesson,
our kids grew up within this luxury.
We're the last generation,
but it's not. They're not. You know that whole thing that we're supposed to be that we're gonna work hard, we're gonna bust ass because we struggled when we were kids. We don't want our kids to struggle, so we're gonna work hard. We're gonna do that.
No, fuck that. They got to learn the hard ropes.
It's struggle. It's pseudo. That's why because I hear parents say that all the time. Not my kids. I'm gonna show them. No, but it's fake. It's not real. They can tell. When you were hungry, when you were a kid, when you were bouncing around from place to place, when you didn't know when your next thing was going to happen, that was real. There was nothing you can get around that. You just got
everyone on the school bus couldn't eat.
Yeah, exactly right.
So now if you put your kid on the school bus with no iPad and everyone's on their iPads, they're going to kind of feel like an asshole.
Yeah,
I know that
in our brains,
so I ain't buying no damn iPad.
That's what I'm saying. I know in our brains,
different.
I know in our brains we can decipher the information and say, "Well, I don't give a shit if anybody has iPads. That doesn't mean you should have an iPad, right?" But go back to when you were a kid. Forget the word iPad because that's a trigger and a buzzword for adults. When you were a kid, right? When you were a kid and everyone in class had the Trapper Keeper, but you didn't, you felt like shit. It's the same thing. I don't like when the adults do that. When they go, well, when I was a kid, no, this is generational.
So,
everybody feels this at some point.
So when I was a kid, the hot shit was Jordans.
Okay.
Still is.
You know what I got?
That's
Jordans.
niche. No.
Jordans.
Yes.
No,
okay.
no,
I didn't.
That's
and I grew up in a very aware family that said, "I don't give a shit," and I took that and I said, the kids that I have now, I'm like, I'll get you some because he wants Balenciagas, so I was like, I'll get you full Balenciagas.
But to play devil's advocate with that, the difference is we grew up without the internet and with it. We were the last generation to grow up without it. Now imagine if you're inundated every day with the right way to be, and the most popular way to be is to have those Jordans.
Yeah.
And it becomes so much a part of like what you're supposed to be that it's inescapable. It's 100% around you. Like I could go oh man, I got Fordens. All right, cool. I'm gonna go play in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah, well,
saying?
that's
like,
why-
there's not a commercial for it in the
that's
dirt.
why-
Right. So
That's
what
why I
I
don't-
what I've noticed is because of these algorithms and all the stuff that I'm reading now that I'm a parent, I've actually gotten these kids to read books again. I drive to the Barnes and Noble and be like, listen, none of this shit. Here's a book. And I make them read the book, the chapter out loud.
Joe, that's like 3 people. Like that's not.
And then it starts with fucking one.
Like,
It's just
listen,
one
it starts
me,
with
and
one.
then you know what
Yo,
happens? He's
listen.
telling his Albanian friend, you know, my cousin makes me read a book, and his Albanian friend is like, what?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
now
Take
guess
this
what
iPad,
happened?
kid.
His Albanian friend is reading a book.
Sorry,
No, he's sitting next to the Albanian kid and using his iPad when he's not around you.
I know, no, that's not happening. I'm talking about the Albanian kid sitting at home doing that shit. Because I
have so much respect for everything that you just said, Joe. So much respect because you're instilling that in the kid, and that's great. Everybody in this room right now are all parents, and we've all had to have that moment where the line has to be drawn somewhere. Where it's like, I want to give my kids everything that they need, and then you have to tell yourself as a parent, how far am I willing to go to give them what they want?
Yeah, where's that? The stopgap.
We're just. I think where my argument is I try to see it from the other side because we had the ability to grow up with character. I was born with the gift of not giving a shit what anybody has to say about anything about me at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
This generation doesn't have a lot of those.
Yeah.
This generation does not have a lot of those. Like Steve said about this.
They're judged every 7 seconds.
Every 7 seconds, they need it. They crave it. They need the attention. There are more videos online. You have to sift through 10 to 20 videos of people recording themselves sitting on their couch before you hit anything newsworthy on one of these things, just to flow through, because it's just constant. If you went, and I'm just throwing a name out there, like OnlyCams or whatever, or is these women
who is on there for $5.99? It's Captain America.
Like if you happen to stumble on X Hamster Live or something like that, and there's
that hamsters on bicycles?
Yeah, of course.
They might as well be, because that's my point. There are women. Me and my wife used to laugh because if you go on there, you'll see women. There are women obviously who do get naked, but then there's women that we saw a woman one time. She was getting tipped. Bling, bling. All she was doing was sitting on her couch eating a bowl of cereal, watching Friends.
God, that's the
wow.
But was she bad though?
She was 5, 6. She wasn't terrible looking, but she's.
You see?
I'll put it like this. She was cute enough for us to go. I could see why she's on the app, but for what she was doing, not hot enough. No, you can't. You need.
But somebody.
Let's go.
Somebody's 5 is somebody's 10.
That's true.
She was getting tipped like she was a 12. I was like, yeah. We're only on there for a few minutes.
You don't understand the long game. That's the investment. She's eating a bowl of cereal now, but when that money dry up, you gotta start getting a little creative.
The money dry up, the squat.
Hey, listen.
She's going from name brand to ShopRite cereal. You watch the decline slowly.
Hey,
and then all of a sudden, go to panties.
In that particular video, she was eating Frosted Flakes.
It's already down. It's already declining. Next thing you know, it's gonna be.
That's not
it's gonna be ice cold.
Damn, that's wood chips with sugar.
Ice sweets next week.
That's not tip worthy. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's not tip worthy. You can't sit here. You can't get me to give you a tip just because you're sitting here eating Frosted Flakes. As a matter of fact.
But if you could, would you not do it though?
Here. If I could, I would do it. Yeah.
If I could get paid money right now to just eat a grilled cheese sandwich, I would do it.
I could go for a grilled cheese sandwich.
I just posted in the chat right now for all of you guys, for all 3 platforms that I'm on. There's a link. Me and Dave already deliberated on the cereals. Go check that link right there. Okay. That's the cereal tournament. You guys
can I ask one question?
I thought this is the bitch eating the fucking Cheerios.
I don't want to open a can of worms. I just want to ask one question. Where did Peanut Butter Captain Crunch rate?
Oh wow!
I don't think it was.
Oh, it was on there, wasn't it? I don't recall.
I saw that one. Yeah, I remember this.
It didn't win. It didn't win, but
Okay. As long as it made the list, I'll take
I
it.
don't
It's
think
subjective, but
were.
I'll double check.
To be fair,
it's fine.
Steve. To be fair, the list was generated.
Yeah, we didn't make
randomly,
this.
so we didn't pick the cereals. We
Yeah.
just went off the bracket that was there. I don't
Fair
think
enough.
that was on there because
Okay.
if it was, I would have been fighting hard for it.
You know what? You're all
Peanut
right.
butter.
I don't care what Joe
Peanut
says
butter.
about you.
What?
He said, "I don't care what Joe says about you."
Oh, different Joe. Different Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that one.
I know.
Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe.
Samoa's peak.
No,
Peak
I
male.
Peak
Bacon
Samoa
male.
Joe.
peak male physique.
Samoa Joe. It's just gonna.
Hold on, it's right here actually. Boom.
Oh man.
That
That's
was.
not. This
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
our. Oh no, wait, I got the wrong one
You
because
gave
now
the
I'm gonna post.
spoiler.
Oh no, that
we'll
was
go back and watch.
That wasn't the completed bracket. I'll find it another time. But we're talking about. We're finishing up actually.
Streaming services. Once you invite me on the show, I get on a pedestal. It's like, Forster won
Streaming
some years ago.
Let's just be a
are a
lesson to all who are
scam,
still watching that the cup always wins.
Yeah.
Okay? The cup or the glass always wins.
It
But
is
the
a
summation
scam.
of the streaming wars is this. I think we actually did hit all of the bullet points.
Yep.
What are the takeaways I think people should have from this segment as far as the streaming thing goes?
Read a book.
Is that we
That should be the takeaway of every
Listen, let me tell you something,
segment.
Joe. I didn't read a book before the internet. I damn sure ain't gonna fucking
Oh,
read
that's a
one after
shame.
the internet.
You're a pure case. I'm going to send you my book. It's called How to Plug. And,
Hey, yo,
and Murder is Bad is the sequel.
Can I buy it off the X Hamster website?
Oh man, porn on a Kindle. That's what we need to do. That's the
Oh, my
future.
God. Oh, my God.
That is the absolute future right there. Oh man, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're doing great. But we're moving on to our last segment where we talk about us, as if we haven't already been doing that.
Yeah, that's how it started, baby.
But let's talk. Let's
How
talk.
it all
Oh,
started.
let's talk about us.
It is now time for the main event of the evening.
I got to love these bumpers, baby.
It's,
Every one has just made me so hard right now.
I actually made a shorter one. I uploaded the wrong
I
one.
love British women, you know. That was my second choice.
I thought you like tall women.
Yeah, British women are tall.
Women.
All British women. I like vaginas.
Another fatal point. Yeah,
uh,
all of it
William
was valid.
Square style.
All of them.
So we're here. I'm glad everyone's getting to the bottom of their cups because it's time to pay the piper, boys. It's time to face the music. We are here. We're having a hell of a show here. 8 years of OUM, 8 years of Orsini's Uncensored Mind, which I thought about this because Steve, Joe, Matt at the time, Matt Ryan, there were a number of people that helped me with the process on how to even begin all of this stuff and how to even get involved with it. And that means that our friendship is over 8 years,
We made it.
possibly closer to the 10 range. Steve, I believe it's the 2KW. I think both of you through the 2KW run is where we first really met through Matt. So if we are indeed,
And you and me, what, like 37?
roughly on and off.
Wait, you guys know each other?
Yeah, you guys kind of look similar. You guys
Through corporate. Through corporate.
Through Corbin.
Ah,
Corbin
okay.
Green. Yeah.
Okay.
He was when he was born. I was stuck in a waiting room with one of my aunts watching Hoosiers.
Oh wow.
Hackman. I was watching this lovable ragtag group of young white men play the great game of basketball when somebody
God.
came in and said I had a brother. So I was like,
When was it going to be their turn?
cool. Can I finish? the movie?
It's
It's like that was my first time seeing it. I wanted to see the end of the movie. You want to meet your brother? I was like, but Gene Hackman. I got my whole life to fuck with him. This is the
Powerful
first time
performance.
It was well done. It's still one of my favorite.
Yeah. So
movies.
I want to say 2014. So yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
20.
Around that time, right?
So 2014 is when I met you. So I had 2 years because there was another thing that Matt had wrote me into when you and Brandon were there, and that's when we first met. Because he had
Yeah.
another wrestling company, pseudo company that
Pseudo company.
It didn't have the greed. That's why it didn't get successful.
It didn't have the greed.
It never. Oh, you got the belt I paid for. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That is incredible.
We'll have a conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a conversation. That'd be great.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. So I'm glad I just saw that because that just made my whole night.
Yeah, no, there was another one before that. And I remember having to do like the graphics. Oh my god.
8 years. I remember in the video. I just want to say this real quick. In the video, in that studio, you still have when you came out to the old studio at CSB.
Yeah.
Which is
you were
destroyed
just kind
now.
of getting started going there, man. Like I just want to say before it gets all gushy, because it will. I appreciate this. You've always given us a platform to kind of say what we want to say and join you as a family. And the fact that you added Dave, I got to tell you, I love you, but adding Deceive Dave, MVP moment. MVP moment.
Yeah.
Legends.
You know, the funny thing is, and I think I've told this story on the show before. As you can see, obviously we're brothers, so we have the chemistry. But I had made a Facebook post about the possibility of adding a full-time host, and the last motherfucker that I thought that was gonna ask me anything about hosting anything was gonna be him. I didn't even ask him because I had just assumed because he's a little bit more introverted than I am. I'm kind of the opposite. I go the other way. So I didn't think that would be something that he was interested in until he finally asked. Well, now that we have you on the air, what made you go ahead and go forward?
Yeah, what happened? What was the call?
I was literally standing in the rain outside garden, wanting a change, wanting to do something.
You was at a crossroads.
No, I'm dead ass. I wanted to do something. I was in that I wanted to do something creative. I just never done anything creative before. So I randomly, because I don't open Facebook ever. So I just kind of randomly opened it, and I'm like, oh. So then I'm texting my now wife. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? She goes, oh, you should do it. So then I texted him like, hey, you want to do it? He's like, I'm taking the post down. We're good. We're doing this.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't have to try out. I was like, do I have to try? Like, no, dude. When do you want to start?
Yeah, I love that.
They're like on whatever day I'm available, because I worked at Lowe's at the time, so my schedule was shit. So we literally every show we did at that point was scheduled around me because my schedule was just so sporadic. So yeah, this was like peak COVID. I was by myself outside building tables for Christmas trees, and I'm like,
oh wow,
let's fucking just instantly he hit. And I'm honestly. Not that we didn't talk, but like we didn't communicate that much. So that text was probably the first one in like fucking months that I may have sent him. Not for anything. We just were doing our own things. And ever since then, it's been
I'm a terrible communicator with anybody.
Yeah, me as well. So the fact, literally, if we could roll back to that text message chain, I would love to have seen the last time I texted him before that text.
Yeah,
I promise you, it would have been months, maybe even a year. 100%. Yeah.
And 5 years for you, hell of a growth, man. Hell of a growth from episode to episode, year to year, man. I gotta give you your flowers, man.
If you listen to some of his earlier stuff, you can kind of hear the greenness in it, and kind of like I feel like he sounds more confident now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Especially when I say something that would naturally he would disagree with, because I think that's one of the issues. And Steve and Joe, you guys are host yourself, which is why I'm always humbled when you come on the show and allow me to do my thing. That's why when I go on your shows, I always try to let's go. You the host. Let's go. Let's do this.
You can take a break for a second.
It's a night off, man.
He's like,
great.
Water tonight.
It's to me. This to me is play by play. When I go on your shows, it's more color, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like I'm bouncing off of whatever Joe has to say or Steve, or whatever. We know how this goes. We've all been doing this for a long time. But like when I made that post, there were a lot of people that messaged me, obviously, and were just like, "Yeah, man, we should totally do it." And I was like, but my fear with a lot of people that I didn't know, A, obviously dependability, and B, I didn't want somebody who was going to come on the show and just, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree. Like the person who opposes me the most in life is my wife. I don't think I could sneeze without her going, that wasn't really a correct sneeze, right? That sounded very foreign. I don't know. That was a weird. But she hates being on camera. If you notice, the only time she's ever been on the show has been behind a microphone in the house somewhere. She's never really been on the camera because she's another one who just kind of, when the red light comes on, it just, yeah. So when he said, yeah, let's do it, I was just like, okay.
The second person that opposes you the most.
Yeah, the second person, yeah, probably next on the list, but the exception of my own mother. Yeah, but me and Dave are able to have that discussion and with the difference of opinion, and then like I'll hit the button and we're off to the next segment. Like other people tend to get into their head and get into their feelings about certain topics and certain things. Me and him, the one thing we do have in common is we have to work really hard to give a shit about things. So when, okay, you feel this way, I feel that way. Okay. Anyway, so NXT. And then we move on to the next thing. And I think personally, that makes for a great dynamic because, like, if you look at some of the shorts that we've put up on YouTube, although they're clips, I think you could even hear it in the 30 seconds or the 40-second clips that you see on YouTube, because most of the times, Opius clips, which I use, it's an AI system, so it looks for things that might hook you online, and it gives me a bunch of clips because we're constantly, but what if we did this, or what if we said this, and da 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 da. We did the Karen. The baseball Karen in Philly who tried to take the ball from the family, but then the next clip is why GTA 6.
Yeah.
And then the next one is AJ Lee is back. So like it's a mixture. I kind of dig the mixture. I like the fact that we can dip into this, and then always come back because we are essentially a pro wrestling podcast. I feel like if I stay 100% wrestling, it's going to turn into bitching and nagging and not entertaining. You know, like I feel like once you heard my opinion of Hulk Hogan for the 15th time, all right, that's it. That's pretty good.
I think a pretty cool dynamic with it is how casual I am with it and how hardcore with it he is.
Yeah,
balance.
Because we come from different perspectives. So there are things that he cannot fucking stand. Because he's a wrestling loyalist, and this is very dumb, and I hate this, and it works on me. I love it. It's dumb as hell. It's comical. This is great. Let's see this. The iguana guy. He fucking can't stand it. I think it's phenomenal. It's great. I want to see it every single time. So I think that's and it's sincere too. It's not like, oh, you pick this side, you pick that side. I really do like the iguana guy.
Was there a moment? Was there a moment for either of you guys? Like, can you pinpoint a moment where you're like, I made the right decision here? Like for both of you, like AJ, was there a moment where you're like, I know he's the right guy? And Dave, for you, was there a moment throughout it where you went, I know I made the right decision taking a risk on this?
I don't think I've ever really thought about it like that. I don't know if it's because of the risk factor. It's not really a risk. It's been like it just flowed. Like there have been moments, like for instance, where we had to take a break around the time where I had my first kid, because that was very tough. My wife had a very tough time with that, and I really couldn't put the focus in it. It worked out. Something else that kind of worked out is because he was having his own thing, because we ended up randomly talking about it, where he kind of wanted to try something different anyway. So I was like, all right, well, let's see what happens. And then he hit me back up, was like, all right, let's do it again. And I was in a better place. So that's why I feel like it's just kind of organically worked. And even now, like, for instance, me going through whatever I'm going through right now, there were a few times where I cannot get here. Like, I'm just stuck doing something. And he'll either just cancel it or figure out a way to kind of like do something. So there never really felt like this pressure or this letdown, or now I have to make sure I readjust my life when I really can't to get there because I'm letting someone down. So I think that organicness of just, look, are we both available? Which we've been available for this many times, so it kind of works that the show is going.
More often than not, we make it work. Yeah,
but we make the pivot if we have to, and there's never like, dude, come on, this is the fourth time. It's like, I can't get there. Say less. Let me know when you're ready. Or let's try to reschedule it. If we can't, it is what it is. But then we just move on to the next show like we just didn't miss one. So that helped with the pressure. And I guess that really makes it, for me, it doesn't really feel like a risk because we're just kind of like doing it as something we just enjoy doing. So
let me just sum it up this way. Your brothers, you're happy and you're singing and you're colored. Give me a high five.
First of all, that's racist.
I'm black.
My best friend is black.
Well, I'm gonna show myself.
I'm black.
Paramount's gonna be pissed at me. All right, but to answer your question on my end of it, I think the reason why I have the flexibility now is for the first 5 years I was very strict on schedule. I don't think I missed a week for the first 5 years. Even when he finally came in after year 3, I think we were still pretty much ta, and I was kind of on top of him about trying to get it in. That's why a few of those episodes I did it without him because I was so like into the idea, and that's why I think with year 5 I had the burnout because I felt like, and Steve, maybe I think you've done this with Hive Mind, where it's just like after a while you're scraping by for topics, you're scraping by for ideas. You pride yourself on being creative until eventually there's a wall that you hit where you're just like, again, let's get behind this headset again and do what we got to do. So I think around that time I was just like, I feel like I'm nagging. I feel like after a while I feel like I had a negative vibe to the show. Those few episodes leading up to the 5th anniversary when we were kind of coming to an end, I felt like I was kind of pushing to get to the end. I think I needed that break. And the moment I think I realized he was the right person for me on the show was, I don't know which one it was, but whatever our first live show was, because that was my concern. He's introverted, naturally. So behind the mic, sure, right? There's no one watching you. There's no cam. It's all audio. We're old school podcast. We're just straight audio. But on that live broadcast, we live, baby. We live. So it that to me was a big thing. But I, again, not to turn this around, but guests like you help him because you guys are so cool with it. Also laid back. You're knowledgeable, but also you're professional enough to know that everything kind of like has to flow a certain way. I don't have to stay on you. You don't have to remind me. Everyone just kind of gels. Even when me and Dave have had other guests that you guys weren't on, right? So I've had shows where I either had one of you and then somebody else, or none of you and then a whole crew of other people. By the time he got to that point, he was already in the rhythm because of you guys. So it didn't really matter. For me, I always seem to have, not that I don't have fun with other guests, but this usually tends to be the one where I have absolutely the most fun. Paul Green put in here 16 here. Me and Paul Green have been friends for about 16 years.
Wow.
I met him in 2009. We worked at Yankee Stadium together. So the fact that he's still out here,
that dude.
Yeah, he's still out here.
I remember that, dude.
That thanks a lot, dude. So yeah, so the show now is at a much different place now. We've gotten way more. I made a video earlier, and I told you guys off air that my video camera is pissing me off. Oh, Joe wasn't here for that conversation. I charged the battery for it, and I never put it back in. So since I think like March, it's been batteryless. So when I plugged it in today to use it, it was completely reset. I had to put the time and date and everything into it. I recorded a video and I don't know where it is. It's not on the card. I have the video part, no audio. It was a whole
AX55. Talk to me after.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
one of them had an internal memory for some reason, and it might be on an internal memory, and you just have to switch.
But we'll talk about it later. But I said it in that video. I was trying to put a video together for this show, just thanking the fans and thanking everybody for their support and stuff like that. And I had made mention there. I was just like, this particular crew is like a safety blanket for us when we do this show. So I'm always appreciative of this stuff. And not for nothing, one of the concerns I had about co-hosts about the dependability, I go through stuff at home. He's going through stuff over there, and I always understand it when my guests have stuff going on as well. Steve, I know you've been going through a lot recently, especially professionally. I think the world knows at this point the cat's out of the bag, but at the same time, you guys are still busting it for a show that is on the block to still pull out a win like that in front of a whole audience and to have that guy go up there and give the speech that he gave. It's crazy. That shit is kind of inspirational when you think about it, because you guys are staring at that wall and still going, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to do the best show that we could possibly do every night and then the hell with it. And Joe, I know that you've been going through some stuff recently, both personal and professional. Mm-hmm. So whenever anyone makes the time for this show, that includes the people who are watching it now, who are streaming, who are commenting in the comments, I got nothing but thanks for everybody. But it's time to take you guys to task.
God,
Oh.
shit! I
You were
tried to
trying
stall.
Yeah, I know. You were trying to talk your way out of the goddamn thing. But here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play a clip. Okay. Now the shortest clip here is is a minute and 6 seconds. Nothing much. The longest is a minute 42. I could skip a little bit if we need to, but I added a little bit more to the clip for context for the clip, and not just the hot take. It's actually the whole thing. So, as the leader of this troop, I will take the first bullet. I didn't just put clips together for you guys to set you guys up. I'm gonna put the one I got in the history of OUM. This was the clip I got killed the most of. Everybody was on my ass when I said this. And for the record, before I play this clip, I want you guys to see at the beginning of the video. When I say what I said, I want you to pay attention to Steve's face when I said it. Because that boy co-signed heavy. He didn't say nothing, but his face, you'll see. You'll see.
Damn, I'm getting. See, what a brilliant man. He goes first, so by the time we get to the end, we forget about him, and he finds a way to throw me into it. Okay.
Let's pay attention to what
right.
was said here, and I'll tell you at the end if I still agree or if I disagree with that point, or if I've changed over time. So here's the clip. I'm going to say this for the last motherfucking
Not a squash.
time. I need you to listen to me. Not Pombo, you the world. I'm pointing at you. Listen to me. I was proven right, and you're having a hard time accepting this. Kofi Kingston's WWE Championship run was a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's what it was.
Oh, 10 years, baby.
It was. That's all that it was. They gave you a moment at WrestleMania 35. I was there. I enjoyed it. There were people in the building crying that night. It was a fantastic night.
Wow, 3 out of 4 people were there.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic night. It was a fantastic moment. That's all it was. It was a moment. Please stop with the whole, because even Kofi, if you listen to Kofi's promos, he never, with the exception of the one time, I think he's only done it one time, he never even refers to himself as a former WWE champion.
Yeah, which
he knows what it was. God damn it. And it was a great situation. Daniel Bryan put him over beautifully.
It was lightning in a bottle.
One of the greatest WWE championship matches at WrestleMania I've ever seen. So I'll give him the credit for that.
I don't know,
Holy
man.
shit.
Steve was co-signing heavy. It was more than
Yeah.
face.
I got murdered for that. The lifetime achievement comment is what everybody was doing. And I am 10 toes down. How right was I? Because nothing came from that shit.
Nope.
Squashed them, and that's it. And I have to make a correction. There's now been 2 times that he's mentioned that he's a former world champion. And he just did the bitch last week. But Grayson Waller and the whole deal. So, no.
Man, I look back at that clip and I'm like, my hair was so black. And I
was gonna
didn't
say,
need
we all
glasses.
look so much younger.
It's been 5 years.
You go back, look at my beard then and now.
It was like, Steve, who was that man in your place?
Methuselah.
Oh, wow.
It's like when we play an old clip of The Daily Show and then we
Oh
see
my
John
God.
now.
Yeah.
And mind you, you put your 10 toes down. I'll add my 10 toes with you.
20
I still agree.
You
with
were right.
was
You were
all
right.
male toes, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
was-
nobody's paying for that.
That's all that it was. That's all that it was. And people gave me a hell of an issue about that. But hey,
What was
it
the
is what
issue?
it is.
What were they? What were they saying? Give an example.
The example, the basis of the argument against what I was saying was that it was well deserved. He's the first African American champion. You're being disrespectful by calling it like you're poo-pooing it by saying that it was just a lifetime achievement award. That he should have been multiple-time world champion. That they dropped the ball on Kofi Kingston. That should have been the beginning. They were when we made that comment. It was right after Brock Lesnar had basically ran through him and won the title back. There were people telling me at that time that Kofi should have his comeuppance. He needs to beat Brock Lesnar at the next paper.
That ain't gonna happen.
Listen,
It didn't.
Not a chance. He never got in the ring with him ever again.
Hell no. The only way Kofi's beating Brock is if Brock is sick with dysentery and he's eating my shitting himself.
Re-diverticulitis.
Re-diverticulitis.
It comes back in pog form.
Yeah, and then he pins him that way. You in pain? You ain't gonna do nothing to me, right?
You're
Absolutely,
right.
Yeah. So absolutely goddamn not. I am not reneging on that at all whatsoever. But Dave, we talked about NXT
Oh.
Homecoming just last week. We were going, kind of talking about how some of those old heads came into NXT and they mixed in with the young guys, and we were like, just giving our thoughts and opinions. Well, on the 3-year anniversary show, the show where he made his debut as a full-time co-host of the show, I brought up my argument about NXT being a brand. I said that it's not a brand. Dave didn't really give an opinion either or, brand or no brand, but he understood he was trying to bring up another facet to the call-up that I thought was very, very interesting. This is what he said.
All I need to do is change what they do to what I want them to do,
Mm-hmm.
and everything will be great. And that's exactly what happened. That's why Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style, doesn't do anything strong style anymore. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the list goes on and on, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, all of them who were famous for doing one thing are now on the main roster doing something completely different. And that's how that works. They're a developmental system. If there was no AEW, they wouldn't even be on TV. They would still be on the network doing specials and being content for the website. That's it. There's no other reason. There's people who are on the main roster who want to get the fuck off of the main roster.
Well, I get that you wouldn't want to draft for it because people wouldn't want. It's a different style. That people wouldn't want. People who are on the main roster wants to be there and is good on there would not want to go to NXT. I get that, but it doesn't mean that because you're on NXT that you should be eventually have to leave. It could be its own program, but that's just my vision.
Right, but the problem with that is that when people do leave and you're the only one still there, it's an odd look for you.
Yeah, but I remember NXT when it started, and I've watched those matches, and a lot of those guys have gone, whether they were successful or not, to the main roster. I watched it today, and it was still an amazing show. There's tons of talent out there that isn't ready or made for the main roster, and that gives them a platform where they can double dip. You're going to get the hardcore regardless. They're going to watch SmackDown and they're going to watch Raw. So why not feed them with NXT as well? They're going to watch all of it. Verbatim what I said last week.
Well, the reason I have brought that up is that was the main question I was going to say. Specifically to the idea of success should not be an indicator of whether or not they should move. Do you believe that that the call-up system itself should be on a need-by-need basis, that they should be able to stay in NXT should they want to? Do you still feel that way, considering where they're at?
I literally said it last week. Verbatim. It's funny that you chose that clip because I said the same thing, where we don't need a call-up. And we made the argument that you actually hurting the other brand. Because at the end of the day, we're consuming all of the wrestling in the WWE, and we got so many different brands. Let them be their own brand. They are their own come-up. Getting a TNA or NXT contract should be just as awesome as getting a WWE contract. Now, the WWE main roster is obviously a bigger stage, which should be driving the bigger storylines. But if, for instance, somebody who is a key player doesn't have a main storyline, why not make a pivot? Or if you don't have a player for them in the future, just doing a sidestep and going to the other thing, and maybe it gives you the opportunity to do a different style of wrestling, not the storyline, but the more old school TNA stuff that people love. Like, what's wrong with that? The problem is that now you have these call-ups where they're failing because they have no story for them, or you have people at the main roster who have no story for them and go into NXT and they're like, oh, look, they're on NXT now. They must be like, they have a stigma on them. So yeah, 10 toes down. I think they should, all the brands should just be brands and they should all offer something different. And if you don't have a big story going on right now, go do something else. That's what they used to do back in the day when they got fired from WWE. They would just then go to New Japan, and they're not running WWE stories, not just in New Japan, but I use that as an example. There's other wrestling places that they went, because I'm not trying to shit on New Japan. That's not like a shit on. But when you move, you're not doing the same style as WWE. You're doing something different. So why can't that just be the system? So yeah, I knew what the fuck I was talking about back then too.
Only time you should be called up is after you have been the main champion for a while. That's what Harlem Gamer is saying here on the YouTube channel.
I don't know about that.
I think
I'm
the
not
only
entirely
time
sure.
you should be called up is when you can tell a fucking story.
Yup.
Because
There's
that's
a
what
reason
WWE
for the
is
call
about.
up.
A
Yeah, the
story.
reason for the call
If
up,
you
yeah.
cannot tell a story, then go be awesome in the ring and learn how to tell a story. But at least that's what that's for. And clearly people want it. So
Clearly, people want it.
say it
Steve.
like that.
Okay,
Motherfucker.
all right.
Like that one.
All right. I just want to preface this of I think I know what it is.
Okay.
Also,
What it is.
also, I don't fully remember it,
Okay.
but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
I like hearing myself talk.
Okay. I'm going to play the clip, but I'll say 2 words,
Oh,
and this
God.
should come all flooding back.
I think I know.
All right. The Undertaker.
Oh,
Okay.
Play it.
Here we go. I kept track. I got things here.
So I think it's pretty safe to say that it's Taker versus. So I'm gonna read off what the show was, so you know what match it is, because obviously he's had multiple matches with the same people, and then the person they're going up against. So we'll start at the top. King of the Ring 98 versus Mankind versus Survivor Series 91 Hulk Hogan. So we're gonna start with James, and then I'll go to the next person. So which one do you pick which one of those two that you think is the better match?
Honestly, I think Undertaker versus Hogan from Survivor Series 91. It's the first title win. Sure, there was interference which caused that. But my thing about the King of the Ring match is, with the exception of the 2 big spots, it wasn't a very well put together match. Both guys were coming in, especially Undertaker was coming in limited with a broken foot, so there wasn't much that they could do to begin with. They made the most of it, but it was a stunt show. It wasn't necessarily a great match. It's an iconic moment, but not an iconic match.
Damn, that's the same. It's funny because I texted you about if we should change that, because I was afraid everyone was gonna pick that one just solely on how iconic it was, and you just took the thoughts right out of my head.
First of all, first class plays.
First of all,
First
what
class.
am I talking about? Why am I talking like I don't even thinking about it now? I don't remember what was I talking about.
You were 100% right. Not only am I putting 10 toes down, I'm putting the 3rd leg in it too.
Hey, stamp that motherfucker.
In the moment, you don't see me selling it, right? But then when it's my
Oh, I could tell. You're getting hot.
I fucking got hot.
Oh, yeah.
How fucking dare you?
Well, I still think that King of the
I
Ring.
kept track. I got things here.
So I think it's pretty safe to say.
No, sorry, I hit the button by accident. Go ahead.
He's trying to silence me.
Or that censorship. I
it's
hear
that FCC son of a man.
the King of the Ring match is not a match. It's a spectacle.
Uh-huh.
It's not like, if you take out the 2 huge moments of, car crash, that's it. You got really nothing else, nothing of substance there. So I stand by it. Again, 10 toes and the 3rd leg. That's right. You can't come and arrest me. It's free speech.
So you said what you said. Now ICE is coming. You see what happened? You see what you
Emmy,
brought?
Emmy award-winning opinions.
Yes, right. Bang,
Oh,
bang.
shit. Where's the button? Talk your
The
shit.
Academy has said. So, listen. What I saw, I was going over some of the older episodes trying to find the clip, but if I'm going to be 100% honest, when I came up with this idea, I went hunting for that one first.
I knew it.
But I also didn't remember like verbatim, so like I kind of like edited it down just to get it down to like a minute and change. But we went back and forth about that one pretty good. I was like, that match made me want to be a wrestler in the first place, and I was like a desperate ex-wife just trying to save this. Look,
please don't go, because that's the one that eliminated it too. My vote, because remember we were like voting on it to which one would advance.
I was the only one that voted for the Hell of a Cell.
Yeah,
everybody else was voted for.
So that's 30 toes right there.
That's a lot of toes.
Again, just so we're clear, everyone listen. That's all male.
Yeah, all
male toes.
Yes.
No,
you got to pay extra for the female toes.
They're not painted. They got shit in the corners of them. It's nasty.
Or a little hairy.
That was world class glaze, by the way. They was like all over your answers. And I was
Bro,
like,
I don't even listening to him
He
say
said
the words.
world-class.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, my first thought. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, why the fuck am I nodding? Like, I know what he's talking about.
But by the way, in that video, how tired was Joe?
Oh, yo, dude.
Joe looked exhausted.
Can you go back just to see his face, just real fast?
Hold on, yeah, because I panicked when it played again, so I got rid of it.
Oh no, don't worry about it then. Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, but I was because I think at the time I was at the kids company, so I was running around like chasing I used to help manufacture children's footwear, so I had to have fit testers, and I had to go to schools, go to daycares. I was all over the place at the time, and then I did the church work. Oh,
I remember you randomly showed up like when we hung out once, and you gave me a bag of shoes.
Yeah, to give you. I think you had daughters, right? I was like, hey,
you were just like, you want these shoes?
Like, and you were like, what the hell?
Dude, he mailed these shoes. He didn't see me. He mailed them to me.
Yeah,
I mean, so amazing.
I had to go to the FedEx.
Who mails?
You guys are so old now.
Yeah.
So old now. Breathing's a task at this point.
Yeah, laughing's a task.
Excuse me, sir. What's the proper postage for a shoe?
$22.95.
So I left Joe for last on purpose. This is not necessarily a negative. This is not necessarily a negative thing, but I do pride myself every now and again on coming up with as a creative an idea as I possibly can. So Joe's main influence on the show. Joe's been on the show a ton.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I can safely say is a strong part of the show, thanks to Joe, was when we started doing the Xmas as Fuck episodes. Our Xmas as Fuck extravaganza that came to an end because of scheduling issues. I'm going to be bringing it back this year. But Joe was obviously one of the first people. The first episode we did was at WeWork.
Yeah. That was a thing.
It was me, you. I think Julian came.
Julian sang for you.
Yeah. So and I got copyrighted for that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So
on YouTube.
YouTube fucking don't play with nothing. They don't take no chances. One of the things we did on the third edition was I had my guests come up with different ideas and how they would book and what they would create as far as talent goes on Christmas themed matches and shows.
Oh boy!
They had to come up with a Christmas-themed character and a match they would perform in on a show. This was Joe's response.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Joe,
yes.
What is the name of your Christmas-themed pay-per-view?
In Your House, Santa's Rage.
Wow, he went old school on
I
that
went old
one.
school.
Okay, Santa's Rage. That sounds insane. Okay, so here we go. Go ahead.
Holla Sleigh Match is your main event.
Holla Sleigh Match?
Holla Sleigh Match. Right?
Holla Sleigh Match. Okay.
Right? And then it's The Undertaker versus Killer Kowalski. Right?
Wow.
Loser gets taken out on Santa's sleigh. You got to get beat up, and you got to get dragged out on the sleigh into an ambulance to get.
This got dark. This got dark.
Kill the guy.
I think we're gonna put this one on right before intermission, just so that everybody has a chance to. Your last match, sir.
The Alaskan Igloo Cage Match.
Ooh.
Where we have an igloo as a steel cage, but it's an igloo, not a steel cage.
Is it made of actual ice?
It's made of actual ice. Yeah.
I tell you what, this will be the fastest cage match you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have some wild high flying. We're gonna have Jeff Hardy versus Superfly Jimmy Snuka with Santa as your special guest referee outside to make sure to protect the peace.
Guys, hold on. I'm gonna write the special guest referee too. Hold on a second. That's important.
Wow.
May I add? You're sitting in the same exact spot.
I am.
No, not you. Him.
Yeah, me.
He's sitting in the same angle as that.
Oh, gotcha.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the tree was in this back corner. It's the same exact spot. Yeah, I'm in my living room right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
fun. Yeah, that was what I envisioned in your house matches like.
When he said Undertaker versus Killer Kowalski,
yeah,
I lost my shit.
Yeah, it's good shit.
That's the stinkiest pay-per-view I will immediately pay $60 for.
For the record, that's an expensive special referee, dude. Where is the budget coming from this?
Hey, man, you just get Mick Foley to do it. That's fine.
Ice used as a cage?
Yeah.
I'm clever. That's
clever.
A big budget pay-per-view, man.
You know they have the fire on the ropes? Well, now they
Yeah.
have the air conditioning on the cage.
Wait,
how long's this match going? It'll only go 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
Counter elements. Just let it be.
Counter elements.
We got fire, but we got the AC to keep it solid.
Yeah, exactly.
What the end of the day, the roofs will just be room temperature because it's a combination of two things.
Becomes a puddle very quickly.
In the end, it's just ropes. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is the opposite of that. So I just balance it all out.
Still not as good as the Punjabi prison.
Oh my god! I
was
put those clips on my YouTube, and people were like, "Please don't." Wow, there was one person, we talked about it on the show when we talked about the comments. They were like, even Gender was like, "That match is trash." Don't
Bring it
do
back.
that.
Bring it back.
Shit. Oh man. So yeah, those were the clips.
Wow.
I'm glad everybody here. Oh, by the way, Joe, you stand by that match or that show? Or
Hell yeah, fuck that. I'm doubling down. God damn it.
Everybody here is standing on their own too.
A sleigh match? Get it? Sleigh? There was a joke that was awful.
Was a holla sleigh instead of holiday?
Yeah, it was
Brilliant.
great. Yeah, McMahon would have been like, "Oh yeah," you know that meme where his like eyes light up.
Good
That would have
shit.
been it. It's good shit.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
Now we know that had another meaning.
Yeah, that's true. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to find out because that whole that's gonna be litigated to figure out what that meaning truly was. We have to wait. We have to wait for the courts to get involved a little bit here. So we are. Oh no! I don't even know how to get rid of it. There it is. I'll edit that out later. But you guys have been awesome. This has been a really fun show.
Yeah.
8 years of OUM. We just went down some of the memory lane stuff right there. We all looked a little younger, a little fuller.
Yeah.
And I still have that Christmas shirt somewhere here. I know that I do. I have two. I have the Christmas one you just saw there, and I have a Christmas Ric Flair one, but like 86 Flair.
Nice.
So like hair with the robe and yeah.
Gorked out of his mind.
I hope so. I was gorked when I bought it.
Pupils dilated to shit.
Oh man. So I want to take this time, obviously at the end here. Thanks to you guys for joining us on the show. For those of you who have been commenting, who have been here with us throughout this entire show, thank you guys. We're going to keep going, and I'm going to end this show with a declaration. I've thought about this in the past, but I never really put foot to the whole shebang. But I really mean it this time, and usually when I mean something, I actually end up doing it. So we're celebrating our 8th anniversary here. If all goes well and all goes good, we will be here for a 9th, and I invite all of you back to come back for a 9th. Should we make it to 10? I would like to do something for the 10th that I've never done before, and it would be lofty, but I think it would be a really, really good time to have all of us in the same room for the 10th anniversary, but I would also like to have an audience with us.
I can make that
an actual live show with people. It could be fans, it could be family, it could be whoever we want to invite. I'll work out the particulars. I'll work out with the particulars. What happened? Yeah, I know. Pushing it. I know.
I mean, I don't want nobody getting offended. No.
But that's my proclamation. That's the goal. That's the thing that we want to reach. Our numbers have been improving ever so slightly. A little more. There hasn't been a single decline since we've brought it back. So I want to keep that momentum going. I obviously, if I'm going to do something big like that, I need my acres. Obviously, you guys are very much invited, and we'll make it happen. Also, it'd be, I think personally, a wonderful opportunity for all of us to plug our own things and get our own things out there and really just flood it. A bunch of people in there to take a look at all our stuff. And so that's what I want to do. So I'm not jumping ahead. We have many more to get to. As a matter of fact, the next time that we're going to be doing a live will more than likely be Survivor Series. So that'll be ramped up for November. Me and Dave usually do a little something for Halloween. I don't. That's the thing. Me and Dave, Dave, I had already mentioned this to you. A lot of the clips that we have that we put up on YouTube got a lot of great numbers and a lot of great reaction and interaction, I should say. And but I don't like the look of the pictures. We've been using pictures because we've been using mostly audio to clip out and to put onto things. So moving forward, you're going to be seeing this mug.
All face, baby.
We're going to be doing a lot more. It won't be live. We're still recording on our own time, but we'll be doing much more face work.
Mano y mano.
Never declines.
We'll be doing some facials on the thing. Because a lot of the videos that did get more than the average, for instance, it has been when I started putting clips from the Untitled Wrestling Super Show, whenever I put up the roundtable clips, those usually tend to get the most interaction. I think people get a little turned off by the pictures. It's getting into AI slop kind of territory, so I don't want to go down that path. So more us, more interaction. We'll be good to go. Dave's situation at home has improved greatly, so we should be able to do more of those. So that's what we're going to be doing moving forward. That's the plan. So Halloween episodes coming up very, very soon. Thanksgiving, we're probably going to go on. We probably won't do an episode that week. I'm going to be in South Jersey with the fam for Thanksgiving, so probably won't do one that week. I want to bring back Xmas. So Joe, we're doing Xmas.
Well, let's do it.
Back to Christmas, baby.
Yeah.
And then possibly the Royal Rumble. So that's our path. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. I'll hit you guys with Steve.
Yes.
Plugs. What you doing? What you up to, man?
I'm starting a new, more traditional radio show called Radio Silence. It's going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. right before it's a little drive time. At twitch.tv/The Grapple Talker. I just want to say one thing real fast. For all of these content creators here, what you don't see behind the scenes is our families who take care of us, who allow us the space to do this. So I've been doing this for a very, very long time. AJ has been doing this for a very long time. Dave, Joe, we've all been able to do this, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them. Yeah. I'm blessed to have that support from people, so thank you for that. But yeah, Radio Silence, 8:30 in the morning. It ends 5:30 to 8:30. We're still figuring it out. So yeah,
there it is. It's still in the works. Joe.
Yeah.
Do your thing, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen,
start the stopwatch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am forever grateful to get a jump start, a lift up, a leg up, so to speak, from AJ Orsini 8 years ago. No corporate greed added. I am extremely I don't think he's going to be buying. You can't buy out AJ. That's the solid truth.
I'll take some Saudi money. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you didn't hear the last episode.
Don't speak for his bag. Don't speak for his bag.
So we are approaching our third year at Captain's Quadrant. We have hit 5,000 subscribers. I am ever so grateful for all of you that have come to talk about my nerd world and Star Trek lifedom, which has been fantastic. So that we are continuing to do Fridays 9 p.m. EST live on the Captain's Quadrant YouTube and Facebook. You can always catch us there with the infamous Jason Roy Gaston, and a big shout out to VHS Jace, who gave me the format that has succeeded so well in so many other places, including AJ. So always a big shout out to that guy. And yes, To Be Seen, the home base where it all started 12 years ago. We celebrate 12 years of To Be Seen. The number 2, BESCENE, where murder is bad, and and the ladies are free. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. You never made that.
You just add murder.
I would. No. Hold on. We're not gonna just let them get that shit off, are we?
So anyway, you can go check us out. So number 2, BESCENE. We got a lot of fun there. We got a brand new show that's really catching air, and that is Dumpster Fire Flicks, where we dive into the wealth of terrible films and come out smelling like scorched popcorn and regret. We recently rewatched The Happening, which is one of the worst fucking movies I could ever remember. And of course, we are going to have AJ coming by, and we're going to be talking 1 week later.
Peacemaker, baby.
Peacemaker. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And that's where the home of Dis Dungeon, which is expanded into Shedding Light, where we're talking about ghosts, another Paramount classic that helps support our good buddy Steve. So,
Mountain of Entertainment.
Yeah, the Mountain of Entertainment, baby. So we're doing all those wonderful things over at To Be Seen, Dis Dungeons of movies, music, and now TV after shows. So yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hold on. Before you
Are you gonna ask me about the ladies thing?
No.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna let that one go. The one thing I always forget every single time, because we make jokes that he plugs, I always forget how fucking long and how many things he's doing.
Yes.
I remember the first time he did, I'm like, holy shit, like, where does he have time for this? And the fact that his plug is still that long is fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
It's just something different. Like, I bet if we went back to the first clip, he's just doing some different stuff now, but it's still like 16 different things he's doing at once. It's crazy. The plug master.
I mean, if you're not out here doing shit, you know,
then what are you doing? Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the podcast. I've got school. I got Tetsu Pro Wrestling, by the way, November 1st. That was in, Bristol, Connecticut. I'm still on the road. I've been on the road by myself recently. It's been wonderful to not have to drive around broke wrestlers for a long period of time.
Look at that.
It's nice. I just put on my cornet, or I put on an old episode of Raw in the background. I don't even watch. I've seen so many Raws at this point that I don't even need to watch it. It plays in here. I just listen to the action, and it just kind of fucking happens.
It's calling the spots out loud in traffic.
Oh, but I can hear the bots. I know when he fucked up. I was like, oh, come on, Road Dog. Don't do that, dude. Sorry to shout you out, Roadie, but
you didn't have to catch a stray on
that was fucking stupid, dude. Don't do that. Don't sell the cooler. It's foam, bro. Just that was a pay-per-view, actually, but we're all. But everybody here gets my point. Don't sell the foam, dude. Anyway, again, 8 years. Thank you guys for coming by, listening to the show, sticking with us. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for enjoying. And of course, thank you guys for enjoying episode 325. This is 325. 8 years. Woo! We're coming back next week, hopefully. nice turnaround. We'll see. Have a good night.
Like drop. Wait a minute. This is too much. Cooking it like a pro. Wrap it up, everybody. Show's over.